fresh news, smart talk, all day. The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the position of the management and staff of Guardian Network.
Good morning. The Commissioner of Police says we need tougher gun sentences, says penalties must fit the crimes. Data on violence against women being called a wake-up call. And we are coming to you live from the Gladstone Road Farmers Market for the Agribusiness Expo. It kicks off today, and we've got everything that you need to know. This is a special edition of Morning Blend.
Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day. It's the start of a new way. You know that it's here. It's the start of the end of the old way. Wake up. It's a new day. Wake up.
Good morning again, Bahamas. It is Friday, April 12th, 2024. This is Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9. Again, I'm Dwight. In a moment, DeAndre Cartwright will be joining us. It is a special edition of the show coming to you live again, as we said, from the Gladstone Road Farmers Market. It's the Agribusiness Expo, the Agri Expo, beginning today and going on tomorrow. We'll tell you everything that you need to know, and we'll talk with some of the vendors all morning here on the show. Straight through to Morning Blend business as well, of course, agriculture, marine resources, big business as well. But first, it's time for the overnight, the latest breaking news from while we're sleeping, and the top national and international headlines this morning. In the overnight, Commissioner of Police Clayton Fernander calling for stiffer penalties for people convicted of firearm offenses. As he noted, the police have seen an uptick in the confiscation of illegal weapons and ammunition. He says the penalty issue has always been a problem. He says, quote, it has to fit the crime. We note the firearms are what's driving a lot of the murders, the homicides, and even the armed robberies. You get found with a weapon, it should be 10 to 15 years easily. The Commissioner says that if you look at laws in other countries within the region, there are 25-year sentences once convicted. He says it has to be seen as a deterrent and that 2 to 3 years is not enough. Section 15 of the Firearms Act provides that a person who purchases, acquires, or has in his possession, uses, or carries a gun without a license is liable to a prison sentence of 1 year to 10 years on summary conviction in the magistrate's court, or 10 years to 15 years on conviction on information in the Supreme Court. Fernandez says that so far this year, police have confiscated 115 weapons and over 7,000 rounds of ammunition. He also noted there has been 118 arrests for the possession of unlicensed firearms, and 90 people have gone before the courts. Fernandez making the comments as he gave an update on overall crime stats. He said compared to last year, the murder count is higher so far in 2024, but there have been fewer armed robberies. Meanwhile, the latest homicide took place Wednesday night in New Providence. The commissioner said residents in the area of Cowpen Road and Oxford Avenue heard a single gunshot, and after they went outside to investigate, they discovered the body of a man on the side of the street with gunshot wounds. Emergency medical services pronounced the victim dead at the scene. Fernandez says that police believe the victim was shot in a vehicle and then dumped, and he noted that officers were canvassing the area yesterday to find out more information. As a forest fire continues to burn in North Andros, Commissioner of Police Clayton Fernandez said that it was under control with help from New Providence. He said additional firefighters were sent there. He said there's only one fire truck on the island that carries about 500 gallons of water, which he said was not enough. And the commissioner also saying that the transition process for the management of the ankle monitoring contract from Metro Security Solutions to Migrafil Security Group is going well. He said it started about 2 weeks ago. Metro Security Solutions was contracted by the government to electronically monitor individuals on bail. However, police reported that some people with ankle monitors were removing their devices and committing other crimes when they were on bail and subject to electronic monitoring. An Inter-American Development Bank financed survey on violence against women in the Bahamas, finding that 1 in 4 women suffered physical and or sexual violence. 2 cabinet ministers calling the findings a wake-up call. National Security Minister Wayne Monroe and Minister of Social Services Miles LaRota and Anne-Marie Davis from the Office of the Spouse of the Prime Minister said the status quo cannot remain. The survey was conducted in 2022 via telephone, and 1,260 women from across New Providence, Grand Bahama, and the Family Islands were interviewed. Family Islands were respondents ranged in age from 18 to 67. The results indicating that 1 in every 4 women, about 25.2%, has suffered physical and or sexual violence at some point in their life. For women who had previously been in intimate partner relationships, over 1 in every 5 suffered physical violence. Less than 1 in every 10, 8.2%, has experienced sexual violence. And 1 in every 3 has suffered psychological intimate partner violence in the form of emotional abuse. And almost 1 in every 10 has experienced economic violence. And the disgraced former head of one of the world's largest cryptocurrency exchanges has filed an appeal against his 25-year prison sentence for fraud. Bankman-Fried was convicted in a New York court on charges of fraud and conspiracy relating to the spectacular collapse of FTX in 2021. The SBF had asked for 6.5 years. U.S. prosecutors asked for a sentence in the range of 40 to 50 years. The appeal filed yesterday cost SBF $605 and will likely take years to work its way through the court. Overseas, a U.S. carrier strike group led by the USS Theodore Roosevelt has held a 2-day joint exercise with its allies, Japan and South Korea, as U.S. President Joe Biden met for talks with leaders from Japan and the Philippines at the White House. The military and diplomatic maneuvers are meant to strengthen the partners' solidarity in the face of what they see as China's aggressive military actions in the region. A number of U.S. and South Korean guided missile destroyers and a Japanese warship joined the drills in the disputed East China Sea, where worries about China's territorial claims are rising. The Associated Press is one of several news organizations allowed a front-row look at the drills. In Beijing, the Chinese Foreign Ministries and its Director General had met with a top Japanese embassy official on Friday and expressed serious concern and strong dissatisfaction about Japan's negative moves. Their words during the Prime Minister Fumio Kishida's meetings in Washington with Biden and Philippine President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. That followed earlier Chinese statements that accused the U.S. and Japan of smearing China and urged them to stop undermining regional peace and stability, while saying China will, quote, resolutely defend its security and development interests. And Spain says it will deport more than 60 Bolivians who arrived last week by a cruise ship in the northeastern port of Barcelona, but were not allowed to disembark because their visas were false. The Spanish government's office in Barcelona said 65 of the 69 Bolivians who arrived will be flown to the Bolivian city of Santa Cruz. The plane will be paid for by MSC Cruises, which owns the ship in which they arrived from Brazil. In sports, athletes are often running at the Bahamas National Track and Field Championships at the original Thomas Robinson Track and Field Stadium. And after one day of competition, it's the St. Augustine's College Big Red Machine that's taken charge in most of the divisions. There'll be no overall winner crown, but SAC leads 5 of the 8 divisions so far. SAC is out in front in the under-15 girls division with 59 points, followed by the Queens College Comets with 33.50 points, and the Bishop Michael Eldon Warriors with 30 points. SAC also leads the under-girls 17 division, scoring 62.33 points. QC follows with 52 points, and Tabernacle Baptist Falcons are third with 25 points. SAC is out in front in the under-20 girls division with 44 points. QC follows with 32, and the Warriors are third with 30 points. SAC also leading in the under-15 boys division with 32 points, closely followed by QC with 31, and the Falcons with 29. SAC leading the under-17 boys division, scoring 35 points. QC falls with 28, and the Jack Hayward High Wildcats are third with 14 points. CH3's Raptors leading 2 divisions, though, taking charge in the under-13 girls division with 23 points, and the under-13 boys division with 30 points. The Falcons are second in both divisions with 21 points for the girls and 27 for the boys. Temple Christian Sons are third in the under-13 girls division with 20 points, and the Wildcats are third in the under-13 boys division with 23 points. Finally, the Comets lead the under-20 boys division with 35 points. SAC is second with 23, and C.I. Gibson third so far. Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver Rashee Rice surrendering to police on charges including aggravated assault after he and another driver of a speeding sports car allegedly caused a crash involving a half dozen vehicles on a Dallas highway last month. A spokesperson for Rice's attorney confirmed to the Associated Press that Rice turned himself in to the Glen Heights Police Department. Rice is being represented by Texas State Senator Royce West. Rice was booked into the regional jail in DeSoto, and West said he was released on bond Thursday night. In an emailed statement, West emphasized what he called Rice's continued cooperation with law enforcement. And by now you've heard it, it's all over news everywhere in the world. O.J. Simpson, the football star and Hollywood actor, acquitted of charges that he killed his former wife and her friend in a trial that mesmerized the public all over the world and exposed divisions on race and policing in America, has died. He was 76. The family announced on Simpson's official X account that he died Wednesday of prostate cancer. He died in Las Vegas. Simpson earned fame, fortune, and adulation through football and show business, but his legacy was forever changed by the June 1994 knife slayings of his ex-wife, Nicole Brown Simpson, and her friend Ronald Goldman in Los Angeles. He was later found liable for the deaths in a separate civil case and then served 9 years in prison on unrelated charges. That's sports, and that's the overnight. Time for your first look at weather. In your weather for today, we've got a vigorous line of shower and thunderstorms, cloudy and humid conditions, and gusty winds. That's going to accompany a cold front moving across the northwest Bahamas this morning. With the exception of the system with the expectation of it to weaken today as the frontal boundary slowly migrates southeastwards. Elsewhere, a loosely anchored surface ridge and a dry air mass will dominate the remainder of the weather across the country, keeping stable conditions in place through tonight. Small craft operators and beachgoers are being advised to avoid swimming and disembarking into waters on all Atlantic exposures. And due to the abundant low-level moisture in the area that may form misty conditions, there could be fog. Motorists and pedestrians are urged to proceed with caution during early morning hours in some parts of the northwest Bahamas. So your forecast for today. For the northwest Bahamas, partly cloudy to cloudy, warm and humid, with locally fresh to strong winds, moderate to heavy showers, and potentially severe thunderstorms along the frontal boundary as it moves through during the early morning hours today. Expect showers to become less intense as the front moves further southwards across the area after sunrise, and expect general improvement in weather conditions after the frontal passage through tonight. Smallcraft advisories in effect for boaters. Smallcraft caution will come to effect by this afternoon. Wind south to southwest at 15 to 25 knots ahead of the front, shifting north to north, northwest to north at 15 to 20 knots after the frontal passage. Winds will reduce 10 to 15 knots across the area by early afternoon into the evening, with winds behind the front shifting northeasterly by late tonight. Seas 3 to 5 feet near shore, building 5 to 8 feet over offshore waters. Expect seas to slowly subside beginning this afternoon, becoming 2 to 4 feet near shore, but building to 4 to 6 feet in moderate swells. For the central southeast Bahamas today, mostly sunny and hot with a few sprinkles possible, becoming fair to partly cloudy, warm, and locally breezy tonight. Smallcraft advisories in effect for all Atlantic exposures and the southeast Bahamas. Smallcraft cautions in effect for all local waters in the central Bahamas. Winds east to southeast at 15 knots, but gusty at times this morning, dropping 10 to 15 knots by this afternoon. Expect winds to drop 10 knots or less by tonight, mainly across the central Bahamas. Seas 4 to 7 feet in light to moderate chop in the south, eastern or southern Bahamas, and along Atlantic coastlines up to this evening. Elsewhere, seas will be 2 to 4 feet. Right now in Nassau, it's about 75 degrees. Partly cloudy skies. We're looking at highs today in the 80s, around 81 Fahrenheit, 27 Celsius. Overnight lows tonight getting down to about 70 Fahrenheit, 21 Celsius. That's your first look at weather this morning. We'll have your extended outlook for your weekend coming up in just a bit.
Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new
You're listening to Morning Blend, a special edition of the show. We're coming to you live from the Gladstone Road Farmers Market. It's the Agri-Business Expo. It's going to get underway in just a few hours. We are here giving you a preview of what to expect today and tomorrow. We'll have much more on that throughout the show this morning. Stay with us. We're back after these messages here on Guardian Radio 96.9.
wake up, it's a new day.
Tired of banks forcing you to use technology to bank the way they want you to? Your convenience is important. So no matter what your banking needs, Commonwealth Bank's friendly staff are always available in branch for that personal one-on-one service. But when you choose technology, our online and mobile banking app offers you state-of-the-art functionality. The choice is yours. Commonwealth Bank. Bank the way you want.
Wherever you're headed, the Custom Computers Know-How team is standing by to help guide you in the East and the West. We now have 2 convenient locations on Patton Street in Palmdale and our newest store in the Caves Village Shopping Plaza through the Blake Road entrance. Discover the latest products by top international brands and the knowledge you need to unleash tomorrow's technology today. Drop by Custom Computers out east or out west. We're open Saturdays from 10 till 4.
Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up,
Screws and Fasteners World, Balfour Avenue and Palm Beach Street, has those hard-to-find fasteners for you right now. You can find stainless steel regular hex, carriage bolts, galvanized bolts, threaded rods, nails, self-tap screws, sex bolts, anchor bolts, turnbuckles, masonry tools, hand tools, and weed whacker strings. Check out the rope selection and car body fasteners, too. Special orders are welcome. It's your #1 fastener store. Screws and Fasteners World, Balfour Avenue and Palm Beach Streets. Call 326-1976.
The signs are clear. It's time to pay less for your current mortgage by switching to Scotiabank. Enjoy lower interest rates and no payments up to 2 months when you switch to Scotiabank today. Plus, we'll even pay your switch costs. It's that easy. Ready to switch to Scotiabank? Call us today at 242-356-1697 or visit bs.scotiabank.com to switch your mortgage to become mortgage-free faster.
Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day. It's the start of a new way. You know that it's here. It's the start of the end of the old way. Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day.
Welcome back to Morning Blend here on Guardian Radio 96.9. We are streaming live on GuardianTalkRadio.com and on the Guardian Radio app for smart devices. We're also on your televisions on Cable Bahamas Channel 969 and BTC Flow Channel 612. You can tweet us, you can Facebook us, you can text us. Tweet us at MorningBlend969, Facebook.com/MorningBlend969. And text us on the Guardian Radio text line powered by BTC 422-4796, standard text rate supply. We are not in the studio today. We're coming to you live from the Gladstone Road Farmers Market. Big things are happening here today and tomorrow is the Agri Expo, the Agribusiness Expo. It's going to get started in a couple of hours. We're here to give you a preview of what to expect. We're going to be meeting the vendors, some of them, and some of the organizers are going to be joining us to let everybody know what will be happening here this morning. We're looking forward to it. Once again, I'm Dwight Strachan, and joining me today, Deandra Cartwright. Good morning. Great to have you here with us.
Feeling to be at the farmers market here on a Friday morning instead of
so
a Saturday morning, and so very early. But what I do know is that those persons working in agriculture in our country usually are up before the crack of dawn.
Oh yeah, you see all the vendors are here already.
I already saw some plants I want to get before I leave.
And so they're already hailing us, calling us over. So we're going to talk with them in a bit.
T.A. Thompson and Essie McPherson. I see one for D.W. Davis.
C.V. Bethel said we must give them a shout out.
Johnson.
Good morning, C.V. Bethel.
Good morning, Anatole.
Good morning, old schools. We're going to come over there in just
fantastic.
a bit.
I think they said that the students are going to come closer to 9:15 or so.
Yeah, and I think the big opening is after 10. So, so there's going to be, so the schools are here early, but the other vendors expected to come a little bit later, and it's going to be a great day today. Hopefully the weather will cooperate today, but tomorrow is definitely going to be perfect weather.
Oh, that's fantastic, because I think tomorrow they're continuing the festivities, and then they're having a carnival-based.
Oh yeah, more than
a little fair section or something. Listen, I've been following this and all of the ads that they've been putting out. I mean, come on, when you're driving down Gladstone Road, you're literally seeing all of the flags,
those flags,
all the signs.
It's like for a mile.
Of
it's flags
so vibrant,
drawing you in. To what's going to be happening here today and tomorrow.
Hopefully a lot of persons come by for this free event, guys.
Free to get in. So we're going to get details about that. And this is your first Morning Blend remote.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Look at that.
Yes,
so welcome.
Hey, I'm getting a lot of persons getting back on air. I'm so sorry I missed Wednesday for the anniversary of
Yes,
Guardian
yes,
Talk
you were
Radio.
missed. Yeah.
But, I'm here.
But you sent your well wishes, and so your spirit was there.
Well,
so we appreciate
I'm
that.
always there in spirit, even when I wasn't here in this country for quite some time.
Right, wow. All right, so that's coming up, but we got a lot to talk about in the news.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
All right, so in the news, callers have been saying this for years. People all over the country have been saying it for years, and now we hear the Commissioner of Police saying it as well. Tougher gun sentences are needed. Our Rachel Scott writing about this in today's Nassau Guardian. Commissioner of Police Clayton Fernando yesterday called for stiffer penalties for people convicted of firearm offenses, as he noted that police have seen an uptick in the confiscation of illegal weapons and ammunition. Now, Fernando said, quote, "The penalty, I always had a problem with the penalty. It has to fit the crime. We know that firearms are what's driving a lot of the murders, the homicides, and even the armed robberies. You get found with a weapon, it should be 10 to 15 years easily. If you look at the laws in other countries within the region, you see some with 25-year sentences. Once convicted, 25 years. It has to be a deterrent. 2 and 3 years is not enough. The penalty has to fit the crime, and I will support that to the very end until we fix it." So what's the challenge? What's the challenge? Section 15 of the Firearms Act provides that a person who purchases, acquires, or has in his possession, uses, or carries a gun without a license is liable to a prison sentence of 1 year to 10 years on summary conviction in the magistrate's court, or 10 years to 15 years on conviction on information in the Supreme Court. Fernandez says that so far this year, police have confiscated 115 weapons and over 7,000 rounds of ammunition. He also noted that there have been 118 arrests for the possession of unlicensed firearms. 118. And 90 people have gone before the courts. Fernando making the comments as he gave an update on overall crime statistics, including the murder count, which we all know is much higher so far this year than it was last year. He also said something very interesting. He said that Japanese vehicles, and in this regard, of course, they mean right-hand drive hatchbacks mainly, right?
I think that's what it was. He didn't really come out with the make.
There's a lot of different types of Japanese vehicles. But anyway, noted that Japanese vehicles are most often targeted in robberies and also used frequently in committing crimes. He said, quote, "The trend that we have noted with these matters, these are armed robberies, 69 of them so far, that either persons are pulling up at their residence or they're parked on the beach, and they have some business establishments that were held up and robbed." He said that a lot of these Japanese vehicles are being used in committing these vehicles. We note a trend that all of the serious crimes that are being committed and where vehicles are seen, every crime report you will hear that a note, a cube, was leaving the scene. We know that a number of people are purchasing these Japanese vehicles and they're renting them without being regulated or getting SD plates. They're just renting them to individuals. No identification is being presented to them, and the persons renting the vehicles are changing the plates and committing crimes. We have identified some matters like that, and again, we are saying to members of the public, we're going to crack down on that. Fernando says that they're working with the Road Traffic Department and an aggressive approach will be taken. All right. Let's get your reaction to it. So there's been quite a few things the Commissioner's been saying over the past few months that he'd like to see changed, but haven't heard so much from our legislators about it.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, if he's saying that the laws need to change, then the persons who make those laws should be listening to that comparative analysis of the different pieces of laws that exist around our part of the world would be helpful. And I'm sure this has been done in the past, so perhaps we can just bring that research back up. I mean, I'm hoping that it was done in the past, I would assume, which assumptions can be dangerous things, but I think it has been. I'm going to take a look at it.
Yeah. Well, what are they going to do? Just have him talk, and that's it. The public is calling for it every day. People saying you should get a 10 years for every bullet. I think we've heard people say things like that, but we're not seeing any movement in this regard.
Well, I mean, if there's if your chief of your police is saying that this needs to happen, and then there's a public outcry for it, then I would assume that those in power would listen to that, especially since this isn't something new. We've been calling for this as a country for quite some time, albeit I believe in some cases that those penalties can be quite heavy, depending on the crime. So again, I would say that we need to do comparative analyses to what may exist in other countries and what could be more applicable to our context. But at the end of the day, the reality is that our laws, in some cases, if not most, are outdated. They simply don't fit our reality anymore.
Mm-hmm. How optimistic are you that something's going to happen?
You know, I keep hope alive. Hope springs eternal, you know?
Mm-hmm.
If we don't keep hope alive, then what is there, truly? And the reality is, again, as a people, we put those persons in power, so we should be holding them accountable. But how exactly do we hold our legislators accountable? And how are those actions usually interpreted by those in power? That's another story.
Yeah. Give us a call, folks. Tell us what you think. 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4259. Tweet us, Facebook us, text us, 422-4796. 25 years in other parts of the region, and people here are getting 1 to 3 years.
Okay.
Even though the penalties can go a little higher, but that's what you generally hear.
But the thing is that's also not taking into consideration a very long process of getting the case heard, of having that penalty applied. So that's even more time on top of that that's spent with the person being convicted away from that punishment. Mm-hmm. So are we looking at the efficacy of our punishments that we're putting against criminals inside this country? This is another research point. Again, I'm sure that this exists. Perhaps let's try to put out more of those numbers too.
Yeah. And you're right, a dedicated gun court. People will say that, I'm sure, this morning.
There's a listing of dedicated courts that I think have been called for almost 10 years, if not more now. Are we really looking at those things, or is it just public discourse? I feel like we talk so much. We talk so much about so many different things, and then what actually happens?
Yeah. Well, part of the problem is some of these things have been in existence, and then they're removed. And you're not really sure why that is, but we've had some of these before, and a new administration comes in, and next thing you know, that's disbanded. And that just seems to make
consistency,
make things worse, right?
Consistency with policy, I think, is very critical. However, in our very short lifetimes, Dwight, we've seen where solid policies are completely disregarded because of political affiliation.
Yeah.
And as a country, we have been punished for it, because when we really think about it internationally, if you have a policy that has been enacted for a particular purpose, all of them are, but in some cases to satisfy regional or international criteria to try, put us on par with our colleague countries around the world. And then the next political administration says, what, we don't like that because the former folks put it in place, so let's just get rid of it. Mm-hmm. Other persons around the world are not looking at it to say, oh, that's a different political party. They're just looking at it to say that the Bahamas is regressing. And that's what it is, regression.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Let's take this call. Good morning, call. You're on the air.
Good morning.
Hi.
I'm good. Man, this is such a timely message, and I want to be quick. And I want to just speak to us as young adults, who, between the ages of 40, 42, 45, and younger. What the lady is saying is spot on, because if you look at the evaluating of our country at 41, I'm 41 now, and we know that the person is responsible for enacting laws, writing policies to protect the citizens, putting us in the best position to benefit, they aren't doing their jobs. And that's why we have to teach and to train, because if you look at corruption, the Parliamentary Election Act tells us exactly what parliamentarians, candidates should and should not be doing. And if you look at it and you review, you would see that they break all the rules. But because the masses aren't educated on the system of governance, on the Parliamentary Act or elections systems, we don't penalize or we don't identify when they do break the law. Because I'm a politician. I ran twice in the election. I'm a young man. I ran when I was 35. I'm now 41. I plan to run again. So we as a nation have to get out of this adult and parent-to-child relationship with our leaders and start to speak critical, like the lady is saying. And then we have to get behind these critical thinkers like you and the lady on your radio station so we can make the real changes to protect our generation. That's our children coming up, because I'm a father. I'm a daddy. I have children who I expect to not live and go through the struggles because of who you know you get forward and what you know is you're denied because they feel you might take over or you know more than them who they have in charge of them. And so it's only time for us to be fair with our nation and to be able to take it to the next level. And you talk about a rich nation that we are. You see?
Okay. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
You're welcome, General.
Continue to call in, folks. 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4259. Got some text messages coming. You can text us as well, 422-4796. Why is it that they always say they are going to start something, and why don't they ever say they have already started? We all know promises and intentions are what fuels the swing train. Okay. Well, I guess it got to start somewhere, right? And I don't know. Anyway, I get your point, though. This person says we hear more and more hot air talk from authorities, but no real action.
The thing is that's the trend, though. I've had the theory since I was a child, and I think it's a universal one, right? So not necessarily unique to the Bahamian context. We love politicking, okay? It's a game. So, I mean, we see how during rally season, everybody, almost like persons who you didn't even know had a color, we love the pomp, the pageantry. We love to hear the talks. We love that energy.
Some just put it on for fun, though.
Pardon?
Some just put the colors on for fun
and
around
listen,
that time.
I knew people who had a red shirt, a green shirt, and a yellow shirt, and a black shirt inside their vehicle.
They probably
and
have won
would
that.
literally just go rally hopping.
Yeah.
Like it was a thing. I was
it's party season, unfortunately.
And see, this is the approach, right? We have a
Pardon
party approach to party
Right.
politics.
Exactly.
Right? And so
Exactly.
literally it's just performative. We keep on talking,
Yeah.
but we don't demand change. And then honestly, and I've learned this from some of my previous activities back in the day, you can speak out, but sometimes, or request change or even suggest what that change should look like. But the reality is if there's one lone soldier trying to do that, you need the masses behind you in order to get anything done. And a lot of persons, to be quite frank, are afraid to request the change that they know needs to happen.
Why do you think that is?
It could be a number of things. I think some persons are just tired. They don't want to get involved. But then there's also the folks who are just very... they're scared of what they may perceive as repercussions.
Right. Yeah, victimization comes up a lot. Yeah.
No, I mean, and some persons, for them, that's a reality. If you go back to the party politics, you can be doing the best job in the world, but because you were employed by a particular political party, then once another one comes in, then you've lost your job.
Yeah.
And that's the thing in our country. The government is the largest employer, last time I checked.
Yep.
So, I mean,
Still
there are many elements to this, but at the end of the day, if we want the change that we want to see, we have to collectively come together.
Yeah.
But when last have we actually had responsible governance from the perspective of the public? I remember years ago, like literally over 10 years ago, I was going over different parts of law inside our country to talk about the responsibilities of members of parliament. And persons didn't realize that you can literally, as the constituency, you can hold your MP accountable and then request for certain things to happen to that person holding that position. And that's in law. But most people don't know that.
Yeah, as you said, the victimization fear is real and looms large over a lot of people's heads, unfortunately. We've got some more calls coming in. Let's get to these really quickly. Good morning, caller. You're on the air.
Good morning, Dwight. Good morning, DeAndrea. And good morning, Bahamas. Firstly, let me just touch on to something the previous caller had mentioned. You know, it is so sad that many of us out here are aware of some of the atrocities that our government, some of these MPs, and even right down to our Prime Minister, acting on our behalf, in our view, is not in our best interest. However, we choose not to demand better from these persons. You talk about naivety. We don't know everything, or we do not understand everything about the system of governance in this country. But to those things that we do have a good understanding of how things should work, or we choose to keep our mouths shut, or we choose not to agitate for better, then we cannot blame the politicians or the policies that's in place. It comes right back down to the Bahamian people. We are the ones who's supposed to be demanding, but yet we don't. So in the terms of being naive, no, not in all cases. One or two, yes. Dwight, let me just also congratulate this expo. We talk about supporting our local farmers and fishermen, or fisher person. I congratulate this sort of stuff because basically I enjoy supporting my local people because I know of the hard work and sweat of love that they put into their products. So I definitely will be attending this expo today. Okay, my last comment I'd like to make here is simply this. To the place where we are in this country, listening to the Commissioner of Police as it relates to the gun laws and the court system, we have to congratulate our police force for doing the job that they do. I spent 3 days at the expo, which just ended the day before yesterday, and I'm going to tell you, the intelligence is here, the equipment is here, the advance in technology is here, the police are on the ground doing their work, but oh God, our court system and these laws, as it relates to gun possessions and everything, we need to put more strength and teeth into the laws. And then, what's even more important, we need to really get out there and execute to the fullest extent of the law to get these persons to pay. You're not supposed to carry a gun. You're not supposed to have a gun in your possession. But yet we give a slap on the wrist, let these guys come out on bail to go and do other things, go back in, and it's a revolving door. We have to fix this problem. That's the only way these criminals are going to take our law seriously. And thanks for taking my call this morning.
Thank you very much. Excellent points. Yeah, it really doesn't seem like it's a problem to have a gun around here. Boy. Let's take another call. Good morning. You're on the air.
Yeah, morning, Dwight. Morning, yes. Usually, Dwight and your guest, the Commissioner of Police, usually comes on and state or explain the initiatives that they're doing in order to combat crime, right? That's usually what they do, right? But this commissioner, since he was installed, has done a lot of crying for the bail systems, for everything systems, which tells me and should tell the nation that there is a breakdown in communication somewhere, or somebody's hands have been tied. Because I think it's either weekly or monthly, all of the top-level officials, commissioners and all of them, they're supposed to meet, right? And discuss all of the stuff that's going on. So why is the Commissioner of Police coming to the nation and shouting back at his politicians?
Well, maybe he is saying it to them, and as you see, maybe he is saying it to them, and maybe nothing's happening. And so I know that you people need to join me, the public, and get to your MPs and tell them what you want.
I love the words that you use. Maybe. You understand me? Maybe that's what's happening. You know what I mean? But there obviously is a breakdown. And what does the Commissioner of Police expect when all of the top levels fellas who appointed him running the country are top criminal lawyers, are top criminal law firms? Thanks for taking my call.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much. Interesting. What do you think? You think that's what's going on? Well, they definitely, whether it's happening or not, they hear him when he comes to the public. And as you put it, what did he say? What, crying? Anyway, when he comes out and says it, they definitely hear what he says. As you mentioned, the bail issue, now tougher gun sentences. So they definitely know what he's thinking. But what is going to happen now? One more call and we got to your messages and we got to take a break. Good morning, call. You're on the air.
Right, and good morning, Deandra.
Hi.
Listen, like I said earlier, the Commissioner of Police, from the time that he was installed as Commissioner of Police, he has been calling for stiffer penalties. And this Minister of National, his minister is saying nothing. You know, Dwight, we just passed so-called anti-gang law, reiteration of what was there previously. Did we ever get any conviction under the former legislation? Was anybody ever convicted of being involved in a gang?
Okay, we can barely hear you. You're talking gangs, you said?
Yeah.
Gangs.
Did we ever get any convictions?
I have not heard of.
Yeah. Do you think we will? Do you think that we will get any under this new legislation?
I don't know. We're a little ways ahead, away from that. It needs to be vetted, and the public needs to give their opinions and all that stuff. But it is.
You know, Dwight.
It has raised eyebrows already. We'll see.
The other day, one of the magistrates fined a grandmother $15,000 or $20,000 because her grandson absconded, right? And her message, her statement that she wanted to send a strong message out there, right, for those people who stand bail for it. But you don't want to send a strong message to these people, these criminals out there who are found in possession of guns, and the only reason they have these guns is to commit crimes. Okay, so they're not focused. They're focusing on the wrong thing. And as far as these MPs are concerned, these MPs, for the most part, they don't even have constituency meetings. They may have branch meetings. You can't even find some of them. You go to the office, you never could get in contact with them. They don't even account for the monies that the government gives them for their constituencies. I think that a report should be given every quarter as to how the money was spent in that constituency. Because right now, we don't know where this money is going. That's my 5 cents.
All right, well, I'm not entirely sure about that. But okay, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Let's read some of your text messages as we go to the break. This person says here, I thought it was a 5-year sentence for people found guilty of possession of a firearm. A government, if I remember correctly, changed the law, but why? This other one says, happy anniversary. Our leaders are, what now? What this is saying? Anyway, 25 years and 5 years for each bullet. That's what they're suggesting. I told you that would come up. AK-47, you should get life in prison. And this person says here, we need to institute a debate system in the political system to better understand if the MPs even understand the issues that people are facing.
Do you mean outside of the House of Assembly?
I think before the election, they're saying.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I think we've tried that before, especially with the prime ministerial.
Yeah. You can't give up just because it didn't quite work. You know, you got to keep trying. Even though they're having issues in the U.S. now, a certain candidate doesn't want to participate in debates. What will happen there anyway? Dwight, in Miami, they fired a police chief after 6 months on the job because they felt like he was not getting anywhere when they were asking for pretty much the same things we're asking for out here, I think they're saying.
But I think how they get their position is a bit different, right? Inside the American jurisdiction.
It really can depend very, very widely all over. But yeah, so some places are one way and others are a totally different way. But hey, pick up today's Ask the Guardian for more on this, and there are a whole lot of interesting stories in there. All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to tell you why we are out here at the Gladstone Road Farmers Market. We'll get all the details about what you need to know about the Agribusiness Expo, and we're going to meet some of these vendors as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're looking forward to this, folks. This is a special edition of Morning Blend. We'll get to the Agri Expo when we come back. Stay with us.
Get ready! Come on! Woo! I is a homeless man with a belly full of gas, so I would walk by restaurants and stare through the glass.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, Nassau, Bahamas.
RBC. Is a bit for all of you. Are you buying a home, renovating, or exploring mortgage options? With cash back and up to 90% financing, we'll find the perfect mortgage for you. Pre-qualify in just 60 seconds and get connected with a mortgage specialist today. Visit rbc.com/mortgages/all of you. RBC. Is a bit for all of you. Conditions apply.
It's time for your first look at traffic for the morning, brought to you by RBC, a bank for all of you. In your real-time traffic this morning, already seeing that heavy traffic on Milo Butler Highway. If you're heading northbound, you're going to be stuck in that, but it is moving, but it is slow moving. And so that's on all the way up to Tonic Williams-Darling Highway, and a bit of congestion along Tonic Williams-Darling Highway as well, westbound, so far this morning. Over on Gladstone Road, some slow-moving traffic as well, but you'll see some heavier traffic when you get closer to Munnings Road if you're heading northbound. Robinson Road is busy for you, and you may have a challenge when you get closer to Old Trail. Somebody knocked down the traffic light, and it was all smashed to pieces in the middle of the road there, so good luck this morning. And Eastern Road busy for you from about Fox Hill to Johnson Road. That's what we're seeing so far. That's your first look at traffic. We'll have another update for you after the 8 o'clock news. Morning Blend Traffic brought to you by RBC. Visit rbc.com/Caribbean/all of you for more information. And it's 7:45, time for another check of your weather for today, brought to you by Easy Car Sales. Here's what's happening. We've got a vigorous line of shower and thunderstorms, cloudy and humid conditions, and gusty winds accompanying a cold front moving across in northern Bahamas this morning. And that is coming into the area. So that's going to impact your weather today. For the northwest Bahamas, look for partly cloudy to cloudy, warm and humid conditions with locally fresh to strong winds, moderate to heavy showers, and potentially severe thunderstorms along the frontal boundary during the early morning hours. Expect showers to become less intense as the front moves further southwards across the area later this morning. General improvement in the weather conditions after the frontal passage through tonight. For boaters, a small craft advisory is in effect. Small craft caution will come into effect by this afternoon. For the central and southeast Bahamas, look for mostly sunny and hot conditions with a few sprinkles today, becoming fair to partly cloudy, warm, and locally breezy tonight. Small craft advisories in effect for all Atlantic exposures and the southeast Bahamas, and a small craft cautions in effect for all local waters of the central Bahamas. Temperatures today getting up to around 81 Fahrenheit, 27 Celsius. Overnight lows tonight getting down to about 70 Fahrenheit, 21 Celsius. In your extended outlook, that front's going to continue to become less impressive as it continues to trek across the country, slowing down across the central islands by tomorrow, eventually stalling over the southeastern islands by Sunday. High pressure behind the front will support another round of dry and stable conditions for the weekend. So for tomorrow, Saturday, partly sunny, a tad warm and a bit breezy with cloudy conditions. Widely scattered showers along the front in the central Bahamas. Sunday, mostly sunny, mild and breezy with isolated showers along the frontal boundary in the southeastern islands. That's your morning blend weather check brought to you by Easy Car Sales. Easy Car Sales has done it again. First it was BYD, then Jack, and now Radar pickup trucks by Geely. Joining the all-electric family with 8 years of experience and 3 quality brands to choose from, there's an EV waiting for you at Easy Car Sales, home of the electric vehicle. Visit EZ242.com to see all the many options for ditching the pump and driving electric.
At Wendy's, we are different. We don't just use beef. It's fresh, never frozen. Our burgers are square because we never cut corners. Served hot off the grill with fresh lettuce, tomatoes, onions, and American cheese. We believe in fast food done right. Always serving fresh, never frozen beef. Order a hot, juicy Dave single, double, or triple. Made with fresh, never frozen beef. Now only at Wendy's. Different inside and out.
In 2023, over 9 million visitors came to the Bahamas. This year, we plan on shattering that record. That's why tourism is everyone's business.
Paradise is not only found in Nassau, but throughout our 16-island destination.
No matter who you are or what you do, we all have a part to play in our tourism industry.
This is our country.
These are our islands.
This is our home.
That's why tourism is everyone's business.
You've seen electric cars on the road, but isn't it time you drive one? Easy Car Sales invites you to experience the smooth, powerful ride and immerse yourself in the luxury and latest tech features. Find out why the Bahamas is going electric. Visit EZ242.com and book your test drive now. What are you waiting for? Save money, drive smarter. There's an EV waiting for you at Easy Car Sales.
Bring your family, bring your friends, bring your gal. Come witness history in the making at the 2024 World Athletic Relays Chase the Sun, Paradise to Paris, happening here in Nassau, Bahamas. Hundreds of the best runners from more than 40 countries will compete for their place in the 2024 Paris Olympics, May 4th and 5th at the Thomas A. Robinson National Stadium. Get your tickets early at worldrelaysbahamas24.org or at the Andre Rogers Baseball Stadium box office.
Maybe it's time to explore your options. There's no harm in reviewing your mortgage arrangement and considering a better deal. CIBC Caribbean can help you narrow your search and decide. Switch your mortgage to CIBC Caribbean and enjoy a special interest rate and help towards your switching cost. Visit CIBCFCIB.com/inspired home for more information. Conditions apply.
This is Guardian Radio, your station for up-to-the-minute news, intelligent, interactive, and engaging conversation. 96.9 FM.
I went to a banquet in paradise. Everyone dressed elegant, the ballroom fixed up nice. The meal was served buffet style, you never seen such a spread. And people from many nations, they lined up to be fed. The Englishman, he takes some fish and chips. The American grab fried chicken, that's his native dish. The Frenchman bypassed the food, he head straight for the wine. The German just click his heel and Billy played with feel. Then along come a Bohemian, a mountain on his plate. He act like he never eat before and he ain't to eat no more. He had 5 pieces of chicken, macaroni and cheese, roast beef, pork chop, rice and black-eyed peas. He had cucumber, crack salad too, potato salad and coleslaw, just to name a few. Now when he passed, I asked him, say, oh boy, is that all? No, I'll be back for seconds. These plates are far too small. And he had 5 pieces of chicken, macaroni and cheese, roast beef, pork chop, rice and black-eyed peas. He had cucumber, crack salad too, potato salad and coleslaw, just to name a few.
Welcome back to Morning Blend here on Guardian Radio. It's a special edition of the show. We are coming to you live from the Gladstone Road Farmers Market. It's the Agribusiness Expo. Going to get started in just a few hours. We are here to give you a full preview of everything today and for tomorrow. and it's going to be a great time. Vendors are setting up. We're going to talk with some of them this morning as well. Dwight, Strachan, and Deon Cartwright with you live here at the Gladstone Road Farmers Market. And so we're going to be talking to everybody here this morning. We've got the Permanent Secretary with the Ministry of Agriculture, Marine Resources. We've got Neil Campbell with us. Good morning. Great to have you with us. Thank you for having us here.
Morning, Mr. Strachan. We're glad to have you, and we're glad to have the rest of the Bahamas as well.
All right, so tell us about this event. How important is it to have something like this here and often? Because it's not the first one, and you have these often. Why is this important?
Well, Dwight, the importance of agriculture is that we need to know how to feed ourselves. We need to know how to commercialize it. We need to know how to make a living from it, and we need to know how to have a better eating type of lifestyle, improving on our diet. Certainly, this is an opportunity for all those persons who are involved in agriculture and fishing industry to really come out and to really show the rest of the Bahamas what they have to offer, and ways and means of where they could make some economical impact on the country and for themselves. I can remember growing up farming. I know about the fun of it, sing, dance, many other things, but it was a lot of hard work. But at the end of the day, we were able to buy our school books, school clothes, and we were united as a family in the field there in Cat Island. So I know and I understand what agriculture is all about. Now, in our days now, we are where everything is very digital, everything is modernized, and we just want the meshing of the two, where now the younger generation can see that they can improve in agriculture. It doesn't have to be so labor intensive.
Right.
It doesn't be so costing to them. It could be cost effective. And by pooling their resources through our cooperative aspect in the ministry, certainly we are there to assist them in getting them to where they need to be as far as agriculture and fishery is concerned in the Bahamas.
Wonderful. All right, so how will you determine if this is a success today? What will you use to guide you through that?
Our measurement, again, is the word I used earlier, meshing, where we see those persons who are really involved in it throughout the years, and we're looking at the younger persons who are coming in. We're seeing their interests, seeing the things that they like and what they desire. I see a lot of the high schools here. The lady who's in charge of agriculture sciences in the Bahamas, Ms. Green for the public school, she was here. They had an expo last week. They're indeed here again. They're doing the eggs, they're doing the planting, they're doing everything. So we see there's a great future towards tomorrow. And also the University of the Bahamas. We expect that there'll be 100 persons out here today from the University of the Bahamas. So we have from the very young to the not so young till the reasonable age as we are.
Yeah. That's a good way to put it. That's a good way to put it. All right, so we're going to get all the details a bit about who all is going to be out here, but tell us about the different sectors that are going to be represented out here today.
We have a whole road here with just the islands, persons coming in from Jomo, Cat Island, all those islands. Then we have the culinary, persons cooking and those scrumptious meals, varying meals and delights, varying menus. And then we have persons throughout New Providence and the other areas who are really going to show what they grow daily. But the key to us really improving and to really making impact is this backyard farming. If everyone gets involved, it will make for a better Bahamas. Reduce our imports, healthier eating lifestyles, everything. But I must say that I'm most happy to my team, grateful to my team, and to you and everybody else who was a part of making this a success. Certainly our minister gave us certain directives. I can safely say it was carefully followed and executed. And places like yourself helped to make it even better. So we're most grateful to you and to every and anyone who's going to come out here today and tomorrow to experience what agriculture and the fishing industry is all about. The Bahamas.
I got to ask about backyard farming. You seeing the mindset change? Are people really getting into it? Are new people understanding this? I know COVID changed a lot of things, people being home. But what are you seeing now? Is that stuck through even to today?
Yes, we have persons inside the eastern area, various MPs having these community gardens. You see various churches with Patrick Paul giving out those kits to the various churches and various denominations. We have places asking for them around the Bahamas. My minister's going to announce something, so I don't want to preempt what he's about to say.
wow,
but
okay.
It's going to be something great that's coming for
And
all
he's
the Bahamians who are
speaking
interested
this
in
morning.
market. Yes, yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Looking forward to that. All right. So we're going to go to the news. When we come back, we're going to talk to the coordinators and the organizers, and then we're going to meet the vendors. This is going to be 2 exciting days here. Neil Campbell, thank you so much for talking with us.
Thank you, my homeboy. My extension.
That's right. That is right. All right. Thank you again. Thank you again. All right, Deandra, we're going to break for the news, and then we'll be back. We're going to have some fun.
I cannot wait.
Yeah, you say you got your eye on some plants already.
The plants, but guess what? There was a coffee little truck that just pulled
right,
up.
we need to
and
go over
everybody
there.
knows how much I like coffee.
We'll do the next segment over there.
I can't
right,
wait.
Mr. Producer? Yep, okay. This is Morning Blend, coming to you live from the Gladstone Road Farmers Market, the Agribusiness Expo. Only a couple hours away from getting started, and people setting up. It is going to be a great time today and tomorrow. We'll give you all the details. We've got the full schedule and everything that you need to know when we get back. Stay with us.
Man, I don't need a lot. Mister, I ain't playing. You gonna eat that thing or what? Yes, man. Boy, I hungry for you, you know. Come on. Man, stop playing with the food, boy. Let's go. Now on the table he had a 3-course deal, and he won't even touch it. My man, what's the deal? He said, I no rush, see I prefer to wait, but boy, if I hold that I'll be tablecloth and plate. Don't mean to disrespect, sorry for being rude, but it's been some time since I had some decent food. Your friend look like she ready, and the food is still look hot. Mister, I want to know if you gonna eat that thing or what? You gonna eat that thing or what? You gonna eat that thing or what? Can't you see I starving? Gas all in my gut. I'll take a little bit. Man, I don't need a lot. Mister, I ain't jiving. You gonna eat that thing or what? Come on! Woo! Playboy! Oh, shucks! Come on! Oh, yeah! Bring it! The big turkey breast, oh, look at that chicken thigh. I was like a Jones of water run from my eyes. All my fans was dropping, I was such a spectacle. The lady said they wanted, let him eat belly full. Yes! I could see he was angry, but I checking for this clown. So I grabbed that chicken thigh and man, I went to town. Well, you know I all am classy, but I think I made a friend. Would you believe she invite me back to eat with her again? Yes, gonna eat that thing or what? What? Gonna eat that thing or what?
This is Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM, Nassau, Bahamas.
Welcome back to Morning Blend here on Guardian Radio 96.9. We are streaming live on GuardianTalkRadio.com and on the Guardian Radio app for smart devices. We're also on your televisions on Cable Bahamas Channel 969 and BTC Flow Channel 612. You can tweet us at MorningBlend969 or Facebook.com/MorningBlend969. Text us on the Guardian Radio text line, powered by BTC 422-4796. Standard text rate supply. And now at 8:26, time for another check of your weather for today, brought to you by Sherwin-Williams Paints. We've got a vigorous line of shower and thunderstorm activity, cloudy and humid conditions, and gusty winds accompanying a cold front that's moving across the northern Bahamas today. And this system is expected to weaken as the frontal boundary slowly migrates southwards over the islands. Elsewhere, loosely anchored surface ridge and a dry air mass will dominate the remainder of the weather conditions across the Bahamas. keeping more stable conditions in place through tonight. Seas will slowly subside throughout the next few days. So, this is what's happening today for the Northwest Bahamas. Partly cloudy to cloudy, warm and humid with locally fresh to strong winds, moderate to heavy showers, and potentially severe thunderstorms along that frontal boundary as it moves through during the early morning hours today. Expect showers to become less intense as the front moves further southwards across the area after the early hours. Expect general improvement in weather conditions after the front passes through tonight. There is a smoke-craft advisory in effect for boaters. Smoke-craft caution coming into effect by this afternoon. For the central and southeast Bahamas, mostly sunny and hot with a few sprinkles today, becoming fair to partly cloudy, warm, and locally breezy tonight. Smoke-craft advisory in effect for all Atlantic exposures and the southeast Bahamas, and the smoke-craft caution is in effect for all local waters of the central Bahamas. Temperatures today, we're looking at highs getting up into the 80s, around 81 Fahrenheit, 27 Celsius. Overnight lows tonight getting down about 70 Fahrenheit, 21 Celsius. In your extended outlook as we head into the weekend, that front's going to become less impressive as it continues to track across the country, slowing down over the central islands by tomorrow and eventually stalling over the southeastern islands by Sunday. High pressure is going to build behind the front and support another round of dry and stable conditions for the weekend. So for Saturday, tomorrow, partly sunny, a tad warm, a bit breezy, cloudy conditions, widely scattered showers along the front in the central Bahamas. And then by Sunday, mostly sunny, mild and breezy with isolated showers along the frontal boundary in the southeast Bahamas. That is your morning blend weather check, brought to you by Sherwin-Williams Paints. Sherwin-Williams Paints has got you covered for all of your painting and equipment needs. Visit Sherwin-Williams Paints online or in store today. And 8:29, time for another check of your traffic for today, brought to you by RBC. In your real-time traffic, right where we are right now, things not looking so bad on Gladstone Road, but further up north of Fire Trails, where you're going to see the heavy traffic all the way up to John F. Kennedy Drive and the roundabout with Bahamar Boulevard. Heavy traffic there. Over a mile of other highway, even heavier from Fire Trails straight up to the roundabout with Tawny Williams Darling Highway, and traffic back along Tawny Williams Darling Highway westbound as well. Six-legged roundabout, you're going to be seeing issues in multiple directions. Northbound on Mile of Butler Highway, eastbound on JFK, and southbound on New Providence Highway. Then we've got Blue Hill Road. Blue Hill Road in Carmichael. Carmichael's looking very busy for you this morning from even west of Fire Trail straight through to Blue Hill Road. That's eastbound traffic. Heavy this morning. And Blue Hill's busy from St. Vincent straight through Carmichael and north of Soldier Road on the way to Independence Drive. East Street also busy for you north of Soldier Road on the way to the roundabout with East-West Highway. And Robinson is busy for you as usual through the intersection with Soldier and Prince Charles Drive and Old Trail onto the intersection with East-West Highway and Marathon Road. Soldier Road looking busy for you straight through to Bernard Wolf and Village Road. Eastern Road traffic heavy for you just west of Fox Hill to about Johnson Road this morning. Those are your hot spots. It's your real-time traffic and your Morning Blend Traffic Alert brought to you by RBC. Visit rbc.com/Caribbean/all of you for more information. We're going to take a break and be back with this special edition of Morning Blend coming to you from the Gladstone Road Farmers Market. The Agribusiness Expo is here. We are here for that. We'll tell you all about it when we get back.
Are you ready for the best of the best? Keep the Vibe Alive Music Group, Up for Sound Promotion, and Guardian Radio presents the best of the best Rake Script Explosion Concert. Mark your calendars for May 11th as Super Club Breezes grounds ignite with Bahamian talent featuring KB, Gino D, Funky D, Veronica Bishop, The Brylanders, Avi, Elon Moxie, and Shine 242. Join the Falcons, Iron Store, Phil V. Pierre, Johnny Cake, Mama D, Nishi LS, Pat Ramis, Stevie S, and Shad Colley and the VIPs for an electrifying night of music and culture. Tickets are flying, so grab yours now. Available online at BahamasEtickets.com or swing by the Beauty Shack on Soldier Road and Carmichael Road. This is the event of the year. The best of the best Rake and Scrape Explosion at Breezes Resorts. Gates open at 6 p.m. Don't miss out on the Bahamian magic.
Maybe it's time to explore your options. There's no harm in reviewing your mortgage arrangement and considering a better deal. CIBC Caribbean can help you narrow your search and decide. Switch your mortgage to CIBC Caribbean and enjoy a special interest rate and help towards your switching cost. Visit CIBCFCIB.com/inspired home for more information. Conditions apply.
Doctors Hospital has reimagined primary care. We have invested to improve our health system, ensuring that accessible, affordable, world-class clinical care is closer to you. We understand that your relationship with a primary care provider shapes the foundation of your overall health. Our new modern primary care facilities are where critical diagnoses and true personalized treatment begins. With locations across New Providence, Grand Bahama, and Exuma, we invite you to experience the Doctors Hospital difference. Book your next appointment at clinics.doctorshosp.com.
Sherwin-Williams Bahamas doesn't mess about when it comes to product range and product knowledge.
If it's a new product come in the store, we walk the store and study that product.
One thing with our boss, if a new product comes in, he takes the time and he's always keeping us up to date with product knowledge. And we just had 9 weeks of different products that we had to study, and we had exams at the end of each product.
Yeah.
The only way we could sell the product effective, we have to know that product. Yeah, that helps us to relate to our customers. It gives us better knowledge to know what product to introduce to them. You understand? So we can know what product to give them to use and what product not to give them to use. So product knowledge is really key in Sherwin-Williams.
They got the keys. And the key is the product knowledge that comes with our extensive product range at Sherwin-Williams Paints, Bahamas. Find color in every day.
Living with a neurological condition shouldn't define you. At Cleveland Clinic in Florida, we do whatever it takes to make life better today while discovering new treatments for a brighter tomorrow. From epilepsy management to specialized spine care and brain tumor surgery, we're delivering world-class neurology care for the day-to-day, for the days you live for every care in the world. Visit clevelandclinicflorida.org/Caribbean.
RBC is a bit for all of you. Life is full of twists, turns, and defining moments that create your own unique story. However your story unfolds, we're here to help guide you through it. From every big decision to every new adventure, RBC is a bit for all of you. Visit rbc.com/Caribbean/all of you.
Wherever you're headed, the Custom Computers Know-How team is standing by to help guide you in the East and the West. We now have 2 convenient locations on Patton Street in Palmdale and our newest store in the Caves Village Shopping Plaza through the Blake Road entrance. Discover the latest products by top international brands and the knowledge you need to unleash tomorrow's technology today. Drop by Custom Computers out east or out west. We're open Saturdays from 10 till 4.
Here's to the go-getters, the early risers, and the late-night dreamers. You, the visionaries, painting futures in your mind, in your studio, your office, your sacred space. Here's to the adventurers, explorers of every realm. To you, the innovators, turning the cogs of progress. In a world where connection is a lifeline, a pathway to possibilities. Alive is the perfect connection for everyone, every lifestyle. Every day.
Visit BeAlive.com today.
Do you have uncontrollable debt? Are you ready to make that move to Fidelity for a stress-free future? These loans have a built-in savings plan that pays you unbeatable interest. Ask about our debt consolidation loans today. Call 356-7764.
Fidelity, we're good for you.
serve buffet style. You never seen such a spread. And people from many nations, they lined up to be fed. The Englishman, he takes some fish and chips. The American grab fried chicken, that's his native dish. The Frenchman bypassed the food, he head straight for the wine. The German just click his heel, then Billy plate with veal. Then along come a Bohemian, a mountain on his plate. He act like he never eat before, and he ain't to eat no more. He had 5 pieces of chicken, macaroni and cheese.
Welcome back to Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9. It is a special edition of this show this morning. We are live at the Gladstone Road Farmers Market. We are here for the Agri Expo, the Agribusiness Expo 2024. Dwight Strollo and Deon Cartwright. And this place is a buzz, all this excitement here, people setting up, getting ready for this big 2-day event.
No, listen, there's so many folks out here. You have representation from the ministry, the various departments, and the booths are becoming alive. I'm still so impressed by the schools, one of which actually has a full-blown display with bottled products. Our students are producing bottled products.
We're going to head over there in just a few minutes to talk to them. But right now, we've got Leonardo Burrows. He's got many hats. He's He was just on with us last week about the Tech Expo the police force was put on this week. Just wrapped up on Wednesday. But you're here now. Which hat are you wearing today?
Well, I'm actually wearing my event hat as a professional MC.
Professional MC? Deandra, did you know you could be a professional MC?
Listen, I'm just waiting for contracts, guys. If you need an MC, please contact the Morning Blend. That's for Deandra.
Yeah, you're my manager, Deandra.
All right, excellent. And so we know you're going to be good at this. What are you supposed to be doing today? What are you?
So today I'm actually here to make sure that everyone who's attending the expo, they get information, they're entertained, and also they have themselves a good time, because knowledge is power. And this expo today promises to be really, really good, and it carries on into tomorrow as well. And so we're inviting persons to come on down and see what your local talent is producing in terms of agriculture and the production of it. So basically, there's a lot of fun. There's education, and when I say education, because there will be training for those who are interested in backyard farming, because talking about it is one thing, but being able to learn about it so that you can be able to actually go ahead, go in the backyard and start your own little farm.
Yeah.
You can feed yourself. And that's very good, along with some other things today.
Yeah. All right. So you got all the papers. That means you got the schedule, so you know what time, what's going to be happening.
So definitely, persons to come on down. Vendors are still setting up. It's rather early. That's fine. But then we kick off officially at 11 a.m. with an opening ceremony whereby we will have the leaders in the Department of Agriculture that will be saying some good things, getting this all started off right. There will also be a Junkanoo rush out. And I don't know, maybe the champions, actually the Charles Saxon Superstars, and I have to put a plug to the champions, 2 straight Charles Saxon Superstars. But there will be Junkanoo on the grounds today.
Now.
It's for all behemoths to come down to the expo and enjoy.
You messed up. You messed up. Professional
I had to get it
MC.
in there.
Oh, boy.
I had to get in there. They're the champions. That's facts. It's on record.
Yeah.
But we're not taking away from the fun that they will get when they come on down.
Yes,
Junkanoo is
yes.
for all Bohemians. And then we go in whereby everyone can visit the booths, see what's happening, get a part or participate in the lecture series. Kids are also a part, because there's also a kids corner where there'll be games and everything for the kids. And guess what? We're feeding persons for free. So you don't even have to spend any money. If you are like me and you like your belly, this is a good place to come, because we'll entertain you, we will feed you, and have you moving along.
I see grills already. They got the flames coming out of the grills there. People are setting up in here. What's happening under this booth right here?
Ladies and gentlemen, I
you?
hope you can hear Dwight and I are hungry. We are ready to go. We have already sighted the persons with the grills, the persons with the chafing dishes. There's a coffee truck here. Leo, please tell us more about the food.
Yeah, these booths, what are they all about?
So basically, there are several booths, and you will find under some of these booth farmers, and then represented, and I love this, that you will see the agriculture departments from various schools rolling out some of the things that they have actually produced themselves. I mean, students. So that is good. A lot of our chefs are here to roll out some of their culinary cuisines, and there's also a culinary competition that persons would benefit from.
Is that what's going to be happening here? The competition?
I think that's the same competition that we're talking about. Who can make the
Right.
best pot of
Yes. That's
peas and rice? My Long Island people. My Long Island people, please bring us the crown, okay? Do not embarrass us. I'll accept if Cat Island wins, though.
Don't forget Andros. Andros is where
don't
the city
sleep on
came
them.
from. But
Andros is really, that's the main competitor, I think. So it's almost like we're all competing against Andros.
Could there be a three-way tie?
well, there could be, but be that as it may, but we have representatives from all of the islands here. It's One Bahamas, that's what we're promoting, One Bahamas. And you'll be able to actually get some of the wonderful tastes from these persons. And also there will be shows whereby you can actually learn some of the secret ingredients that they kept hidden from you.
Oh, wow.
So persons will want to come down and support that as well. So you would also see some of the drinks that people and Bahamians are producing and using our native, locally grown organic fruits to produce these things. And it's right here at the expo site, Gladstone Road. If you're listening, you can come on down, prepare your gear, put on your hat. The sun isn't extremely hot. It's just accommodating. There's a lot of breeze for you. And trust me, you don't want to miss what's happening here.
Okay, all right. So you're going to walk with us, Leo. We're
Definitely.
Let's go over to CV Bethel. They were hailing us from, we got here 6-something this morning. And she's blushing now. Look at that.
And the presentation at this CV Battle.
This is beautiful.
This is
actually
beautiful.
So professional.
I
They've
see
got
bananas.
everything here.
And we will go to the vendor when you're ready, because I can't explain some of these things because I will call them bush. But they're not bush.
No, definitely not. Good morning. Tell us your name.
Pleasant good morning to you. I am Mrs. Hasina Johnson, and I represent the great CV Bethel Senior High School.
Okay. You're a teacher there?
Yes, I'm the agricultural science teacher, one of 2 agricultural science teachers at CV Bethel.
Wonderful. How long has the school been doing this?
The school has been doing this from its establishment. The school started its construction in 1997 and opened its gates in 1998, and the program has been in existence since then.
Oh, that is amazing. I'm curious. Have any of the students who came through the program, did any of them go into farming?
Yes, lots of students have gone into farming. We have our very own Thai Sands that is employed by the Ministry of Agriculture that is doing well in agricultural science.
How many students are in the program?
There are approximately 50 students in the program. It's an option. The school has lots of pilot programs, and agricultural science is one. So they have many options.
All right, so break it down for us. How does it work? What do the students go through? Outline that program for us.
The students are oriented every year. We go to the feeder school, S.C. McPherson being our main feeder school, but we also pull from other junior high schools that have agricultural science programs, and we take students from those schools, and they are they express an interest, of course, and that's how it goes.
Even numbers, boys, girls, what do you see?
Whosoever will may come. Just come with the right attitude, and I'm willing to teach.
All right, Deandra has her eyes on a lot of this stuff out here. Tell us about what's going on. We've got, this is definitely not bush. There's a lot of wonderful, healthy-looking stuff. Tell us about some of this.
Now, I hope that I can say
There's a lot.
all.
There's a lot.
Lots, so numerous to mention, and we're so happy to be able to share what we do at CV Bethel High School, because you don't see our pork as yet, but we're bringing
your what?
Fresh pork, and I would want to say vegan pork, because lots of the remains from the garden are fed to the pigs, and the meat is super.
So you're saying it's organic pork meat?
Organic
That's
pork,
CV
yes.
Bethel
So
is, okay.
Yes, ma'am. We have kale, colored greens, mustard greens, bok choy, oregano, Swiss chard, spinach.
Bananas. You mentioned the bananas.
Yes, we have lots of bananas. We
I
have
even see decorative
cucumbers,
plants too.
Cane.
and of course ornamentals, sugarcane, papaya. The plants are not bearing as yet. This is the last of the tomato fruits from the growing season. We have watermelon, radish. We have the other varieties of radish. Lots. Numerous to mention, as I said. CV Bethel has been holding its.
Now I'm looking at these jarred products. When did this happen? When did the students actually get the support to start jarring some of these things?
We had the idea a few years ago, and interestingly, we started by just doing the sauces on a little hot plate in the classroom. And I remember one year, Minister Fitzgerald graced us with his presence at CV Bethel High School, and who know Mrs. Johnson will know that I am not ashamed to ask for help. We had a little stand set up with some preserves, and he asked me what one thing you would want for your department that I can help with. I said, I want a fridge, I want a stove, a freezer. The list was long.
Wow, okay.
I like that.
But I can say that he delivered, and we have increased our processing. All of this is done by the students. We have a range of items. Every time I speak about our tomato jam, persons are taken aback. But
Tomato jam.
yes, you have to taste it to believe it. It's nice.
How do you describe it? Is it sweet? Is it savory?
It is sweet, similar to guava jam, but tomato fruit is used. All the other green ingredients that you put in guava jam are in tomato jam. It's just that it's tomato. And we have cucumber hot sauce, hot pepper sauce, green seasoning. It's a lovely marinade for your meat. And when you purchase your pork, please ensure you get that to rub on your meat, because when you cook with that, you'll be the envy of the neighborhood.
Okay. Okay. All right. And you got curry seasoning as well?
Yes, curry seasoning. Those spices will travel.
And what is this mango sour?
Mango sour, that is extra, an addition to our preservation, because lots of mangoes are born seasonally. And I would have heard persons saying, oh, we don't like this mango because it's hairy. But before it even reached to that ripe stage, we harvest the green mangoes and we preserve it. It's savory to do. It's can be used as a dip for your fish fingers, chicken fingers. You can even put it in your salad dressing. Or if you're doing a sweet and sour barbecue, or baked item, you can glaze it with that.
Wow. And you're going to be selling these today and tomorrow?
All of these products are for sale, and I'll be happy if I can be sold out today because we have so much in stock.
Wow.
I can go back and bring back twice this amount out here if we're sold out by 12 o'clock.
But Andrew, look at this. It's so professionally done. Look at the label. Let me take a closer look at it. CV Bethel Senior High School. Okay, that's beautiful.
The
You got
labeling
school.
is immaculate,
Yeah, that's really nice.
so you
really
know
nice.
exactly where it's coming from.
In addition to that, we have our pick and pay farm. So you don't have to wait for an expo to come here to support the schools. CV Bethel High School offers an opportunity where you can come and take a tour through the garden. And it's not just for you to spend your money, which we'll be happy if you do, but we want to give you that nice tour, that opportunity, so you can see what we do, how we do, and maybe you can catch on with your backyard gardening. Too many persons are buying items that can be grown right there in their backyard. You must find a way to be able to cushion your income. You must not be buying, but come on down to CV Bethel, as I said, and we'll give you that tour where you're able to see how we do what we do. We'll give you some advice as to how to start your farm. We have seedlings where you can get, of course, at a cost, in order to start your backyard.
Oh, wow. So how much are some of these going for? What are the prices like?
Jars are $10 each. And as I said, the rubs, they are concentrated. So, yes, you might say, oh, sounds hot. But it's not just a one hop. You can have it for several dishes because the seasonings are concentrated. All the jars are $10. And pepper sauces, mild and spicy, start at $6.
So our texters are very, very interesting people. Someone's asking, oh boy,
Here we
tomato
go.
jam. That sounds like ketchup to me. What do you say to that person?
You have to taste it to believe it. You will be blown away. Okay?
There you go.
As I said, the only thing that's different from guava jam is that it's tomato. And guess what? The teacher, Mrs. Johnson, I like ginger in everything. So it has a twist of ginger. And we know the medicinal value of ginger.
Yes, we do.
And as I said, with the seasoning, we have from garlic, ginger, chive, turmeric, too numerous to mention because we also look at the medical aspect of food.
Yes.
Okay, and we always admonish persons to let your food be your medicine.
Indeed.
Rather than medicine being your food.
Wow.
That sounds like a
Really?
great mixture. I'm planning dishes in my head.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Okay, I got to ask you this. The kids, the students are growing all these wonderful vegetables. Now, we know a lot of Bahamians don't eat vegetables. Are the students eating the vegetables now more than they were before?
One of the ways that we disguise learning is through fun. So persons who are in the agricultural science program, we have an opportunity where we provide for students to actually have a outdoor kind of fun. We take our grill, or yesterday we had curried fresh pork. Okay? And of course, in order to...
Right there at school.
Right there at school.
They didn't do that back when I was in school.
So I could pass by for a plate? That's what you're saying?
As my student, yes. As my student, yes. So come and walk through, get involved with how we're doing, what we're doing, buy some seedlings, and that will come as a compliment.
So they had curry fresh pork and vegetables along with it?
Yes, we do a side and encourage them to eat same. And I'm like, their ma, while I'm at school. So I'm like, eat your greens.
Love it. All right, wonderful stuff. This is beautiful. I don't know how the other schools are going to compete with this, but beautiful stuff going on at CV Bethel. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing this with us.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for visiting us, and we hope that persons can come and visit us, and we, as I said, encourage you not only to come and visit us here, but also at CV Bethel, and you can come and have a tour of our garden and the classroom and see what we do, how we do, in excellence. And as my principal, Mr. Harcourt McCoy, would say, excellence has a look, a feel, and a sound. So, when I come out here, I can't half step because I'll be disappointing him.
And you're definitely not doing that. You're not disappointing, not half-stepping. This is beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. You got to come down here and see the CV Bethel booth, folks. For the 2 days, you're going to be out here, and you will not be disappointed. All right, we are going to take a break and then be back with more. We're going to meet more of the vendors. This is Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9. Come on down to the Agri Expo today and tomorrow. We'll be right back.
Sharp rice and black-eyed peas he had. Stew kong, crack kong salad too. Potato salad and coleslaw, just to name a few. People watch in amazement at what he eat. He belonged in the Guinness Record Book for such a feat. But before they could finish, I love his score. He was back in the food line trying to get some more. Second time, the same on his dish, except for a couple items. The first time that he missed, he polished all that off in no seconds flat, then swallow a quarter fruit punch on top of that. But alas, said the Bahamian, that meal was out of sight. All I need now is dessert, and I will feel alright. He had 5 scoops of ice cream, smothered in whipped cream, plain cake, fruit cake, lemon meringue pie. He had.
Maybe it's time to explore your options. There's no harm in reviewing your mortgage arrangement and considering a better deal. CIBC Caribbean can help you narrow your search and decide. Switch your mortgage to CIBC Caribbean and enjoy a special interest rate and help towards your switching cost. Visit CIBCFCIB.com/inspired home for more information. Conditions apply.
In 2023, over 9 million visitors came to the Bahamas. This year, we plan on shattering that record. That's why tourism is everyone's business.
Paradise is not only found in Nassau, but throughout our 16-island destination.
No matter who you are or what you do, we all have a part to play in our tourism industry.
This is our country.
These are our islands.
This is our home.
That's why tourism is everyone's business.
Mommy, why can't dogs talk? Why do I have to go to school and you don't? Why do you sing in the morning when you're bad at it? Why don't you brush your teeth when you take me to school? Why doesn't it ever snow here? Why does Daddy take the bus to work? Why are trees so tall? Why don't you tell me where babies come from? Mommy, Mommy, Mommy!
We're like a kid that doesn't ask a million questions before noon. CG Atlantic Agents and Brokers. Good like that.
The excitement, the fierce competition, the entertainment. On May 4th and 5th, our Bahamian athletes will compete with hundreds of the best from around the world to secure their spot in the Paris Olympics.
Gardner takes the title.
Come witness history as our athletes chase the sun from paradise to Paris at the 2024 World Athletic Relays. May 4th and 5th at the Thomas A. Robinson National Stadium. Get your tickets now at worldrelaysbahamas24.org or at the Andre Rogers Baseball Stadium box office.
You've seen electric cars on the road, but isn't it time you drive one? Easy Car Sales invites you to experience the smooth, powerful ride and immerse yourself in the luxury and latest tech features. Find out why the Bahamas is going electric. Visit easy242.com and book your test drive now. What are you waiting for? Save money, drive smarter. There's an EV waiting for you at Easy Car Sales.
RBC.
Is a bet for all of you.
Are you buying a home, renovating, or exploring mortgage options? With cash back and up to 90% financing, we'll find the perfect mortgage for you. Pre-qualify in just 60 seconds and get connected with a mortgage specialist today. Visit rbc.com/mortgages/all of you. RBC.
Is a bet for all of you.
Conditions apply.
In 2023, over 9 million visitors came to the Bahamas. This year, we plan on shattering that record. That's why tourism is everyone's business.
Paradise is not only found in Nassau, but throughout our 16-island destination.
No matter who you are or what you do, we all have a part to play in our tourism industry.
This is our country.
These are our islands.
This is our home.
That's why tourism is everyone's business.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, Nassau, Bahamas. 6.9 FM, fresh news, smart talk, all day.
The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the position of the management and staff of Guardian Network.
Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day.
Good morning and welcome to a special edition of Morning Blend Business. We are coming to you live from the Gladstone Road Farmers Market, the site of the Agri-Expo, the Agribusiness Expo 2024. We've been here all morning. Dwight, Strachan, Deandra Cartwright with you. We're going to be meeting some more of the vendors out here in just a bit, but we've got some special guests. Deandra,
Yes, indeed. We have some very special gentlemen joining us for this part of the program. With us, we have Undersecretary Marquez Williams, as well as the newly minted Director of Agriculture, Deon Gibson. And so we just really wanted to have a chat with them about what today means to them, but also the power of consolidating the efforts in agriculture in our country to see this event and so many other things going on in our country today. So if you don't mind, we'll start with Undersecretary Williams, who can just give us an idea. We see BAMSI out here. We see many of the different partners of agriculture here today. What does this mean to have all of them here in one place?
This is an outward expression of the joy that we have in doing our work in the Ministry of Agriculture and Marine Resources. It is our aim to bring people together for growth and prosperity. And so to have all of these people display their wares and their goods and their fruits and their vegetables and their fish, because we can't forget the marine portion of it, even though it's called the agro-business, we still have our marine resources sector here, and we'll have boats on display and delicious food to eat and sample. And so we want to invite the general public to come and participate in the joy. Food, glorious food, I like to say. And as you know, our theme for today is agriculture is Bahamian culture. So we want to get it into the mindset of our people that we need to grow and eat our own food. And so that's what today is about.
I love that, the joy in agriculture being Bahamian culture. It's such a beautiful thing to see, again, so many different parts of the industry represented today. I'm told that we have livestock out here, and again, as a proud Long Islander, I go and look for the sheep and the goats. I want to see my mutton. Yeah. That'll be great, right? Yes. And then also, thank you for reminding about the marine resources, because fish, conch, and then how do you get that? The boats. So the fact that you're going to have those on display here, and we're going to have hundreds of students here so they can actually see these things up close, and that's going to encourage more of our young people to get into the industry. So just saying, again, thank you for bringing this all together, and we're going to move on to the Director of Agriculture, Deon Gibson. Mr. Gibson, how do you feel about today and all of the efforts? I mean, out here is just vibrant with energy, vehicles moving, dropping off goods. We just saw our very first sale at one of the school stalls. It's popping off. How do you feel about today?
I'm extremely excited about today and tomorrow. We've been out here tirelessly for the past week. I left out here at 11 o'clock and left some of my staff even after that. And so we've all been working extremely hard to make sure that this comes off well. I know that the agriculture sector does have its shortcomings. However, we are committed in the department and the ministry, as well as the Department of Marine Resources, because we all work together and towards the main goal of achieving food security for our country. One of the most exciting things for me is the schools. I always talk about, and the U.S. can attest to it, I always talk about cultivating the future farmers and agriculturalists of the Bahamas. So seeing the representation from the schools, we have a school selling beef. You know, how often do we hear about Bahamians producing beef?
That's wild.
And
that's
so
wild.
To have all of that out here, the vendors from across the islands, that we've brought some in, some have come on their own. It's just really amazing to see where agriculture is going and where it could go. And when you look at our theme, agriculture is Bahamian culture, we have to remember that we are a country that used to export all the way to the UK. The Queen used to eat Bahamian pineapples. We exported tomatoes and onions across the US seaboard. So we know that we can do it, but we all have to work together to get back to that point. It's not going to be easy. It's going to take some time, but we can do it. And we at the department, the ministry, are all committed towards that main goal.
Yeah. Director Gibson, we were talking with CV Bethel earlier, and I think that's the case with many of the schools. It is an option if you want to do this. Is it time that we move towards some mandatory courses for everybody?
I think that may be tricky because you have those that want to go the business route, which is a part of, we have agribusiness is an entire degree. It's a career. Yep. Agri-economics is a career.
Yep.
So if they can merge those and find that, and I think that's a part of our joint duty across intergovernment agencies, the Ministry of Agriculture and the Ministry of Education. And we have a very good relationship with the Agriculture Science Department. And so I think it should be to some degree maybe a bit mandatory just to get a taste, because if you don't know, you never know.
At least one course, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Even if it's in grade 7, you have to do a mandatory intro to agri-science. And then from there, you can decide after that. Because many of the students who get into it, they love it. And I'm actually pleased, and I'll jump the gun and say that I'm pleased to hear that they are introducing a BGCSE for agricultural science coming soon. So the students don't leave not having done anything. And that'll help them to ingress into tertiary institute, be it BAMSI, UB, or even abroad. And there's a growing interest in it. We know the need is there, but the interest is growing. And so we have to utilize all of our resources to ensure that we can help, as I like to say, cultivate the future farmers and agriculturalists of the Bahamas.
Yeah, absolutely. So what comes after this? After the expo, what are we looking at? What are we expecting to come next? Who can answer that one?
Well, after this, we will continue our work that is already ongoing with assisting farmers wherever we can. We have some things in the pipeline. I'm not going to preempt anything because we can shoot ourselves in the foot, but we have a lot of things in the pipeline working towards supporting farmers, as well as we want to continue to support them. Farmers can always reach out to the department if they know that they have the adequate amount of produce that can supply a restaurant or a food store or a hotel. I personally will do my best to assist them to make that linkage, because often that's where it misses.
Yeah.
The supply chain is a bit disconnected, and we have individuals presently who have studied these things and can assist with that. So that's what I can commit from the department moving forward. Excellent. And there are things to look out for on the horizon.
Excellent.
Well, one of the things that the ministry is pushing is a study of the 30 crops that the Bahamas soil can produce, and to schedule that production throughout the year, throughout the entire country, so that we can provide those goods in stores and in hotels and on our plates. And I think that that's perhaps going to be revolutionizing our entire look at agriculture and our produce making.
Yeah.
I think that that's going to be one of the most important things in our history.
When can we expect that?
Well, it's still in research, but I'm hoping within the next year, so that farmers will know that we'll do onions starting a particular month, and we'll go to cabbage, go to peppers, go to pumpkin, so that the market could be a cycle and continuous. And that is very exciting to me.
Yeah, definitely. All right.
You know, again, my excitement as an island woman is very high right now. And this is building off of, I believe, the conversations, Dwight, we had in the weeks leading up to this about the creation. And I was corrected that there was actually a Bahamian Almanac before, but this is going to be the new version of that, basically. And so what Undersecretary Williams just shared, that's going to be so instrumental with trying to regulate our industry, but our production, to feed ourselves as a people. I mean, as the director Gibson said, back in the day, we used to export all over the place. If we can produce it, why not? Why not be independent in so many more ways?
Yeah, absolutely. Gentlemen, thank you so much for being here. Director Deon Gibson and Secretary Marcus Williams, thank you very much. I'm distracted. I see these gentlemen moving these giant basketball-sized fruit in here. I need to find out what those are. We're going to go to some of the other booths as well. When we come back, we are live at the Agri Expo 2024. You need to come down here today, folks, and tomorrow. A lot happening here at the Gladstone Road Farmers Market. This is Morning Blend Business. We'll be back in just a bit.
The signs are clear. It's time to pay less for your current mortgage by switching to Scotiabank. Enjoy lower interest rates and no payments up to 2 months when you switch to Scotiabank today. Plus, we'll even pay your switch costs. It's that easy. Ready to switch to Scotiabank? Call us today at 242-356-1697 or visit bs.scotiabank.com to switch your mortgage to become mortgage-free faster.
You've heard of electric cars. Now it's time you drive one. Easy Car Sales welcomes you to experience the power and prestige of the latest electric vehicles. Plug in at home for a 65% discount off your gas bill and never get stuck at the pump again. Build your dreams of a better future with a better car. The BYD EV. Visit easy242.com to book your free test drive today. Save your money while driving in style. Only at Easy Car Sales.
Attention ice cream lovers! Are you ready to elevate your springtime indulgence and taste of luxury with Haagen-Dazs? For a limited time only, treat yourself to the quality of Haagen-Dazs ice cream for just $8.99 per pint. Yes, you heard that right. Indulge in the finest flavors without breaking the bank. This exclusive offer is available at all Lickety Split and Super Value locations. Experience the premium quality of Haagen-Dazs at an unbeatable price. Spring has never tasted this good.
All those loans I had were so overwhelming. Fidelity's debt consolidation loan combined all my loan payments into one easy payment with a built-in savings plan that pays me unbeatable interest. It's time to make that move to Fidelity. Call 356-7764.
Fidelity, we're good for you.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, Nassau, Bahamas.
And we are back here with Morning Blend Business. We're coming to you live from the Agribusiness Expo 2024 at the Gladstone Road Farmers Market. Dwight, Strachan, and Deon Carter. We've got Leonardo Burrows with us this morning as well, and we are roaming the grounds, going to the booths, and we are McPhee Delight. Good morning, everybody. Tell us your names. Who's going to be talking with us today?
Good morning. Welcome to McPhee's Delight. I'm Paula McPhee, the owner. Here at McPhee's Delight, we cater for your taste. Your taste comes first. We'll be serving grilled pork, that's a fresh pork, grilled chicken, grilled corn, mac and cheese, conky kong fritters, and all the goodies.
Oh, this is going to be a hot spot.
This will be the hot spot. Come on down. You could call and place your order. 423-1686.
Oh, she's ready. Say that number again. I got a
423-1686.
Listen, guys, that means you can support the event and get your food and pick it up when you arrive.
Tell us about the fresh pork. Tell us about that.
Okay, the fresh pork is slowly cooked, seasoned authentically with the natural herbs and the McPhee secret ingredients. Our pork is melt in your mouth. Once you taste it, it calls for more.
Yeah, and you get native, you're getting it. Yeah.
The pork is native. All our meats are native. Our seasons are native. Yeah.
So you're going to be here all day, both days?
Okay, we will be here both day, all day.
That is fantastic. I also see you have drinks. I think, is that sorrel I see?
Yeah, we have natural drinks, sorrel. We also have natural drinks, sorrel, beet, ginger lemonade, ginger pineapple, the carrot, all the natural juice.
You're making these yourself?
Naturally made. Yeah.
Man, listen,
All
Dwight,
right.
I smelling it on
Yeah.
the grill.
How many hours does it take?
Well, to do the jerk, roughly an hour for the slow cook. Yeah.
And you're getting some going already?
The jerk is already ready because we've been here from early this morning.
Ready? At 9 something? Oh, hey, DeAndre,
my
you ready?
goodness.
You ready for jerk?
I've been ready.
Yeah.
I born
It's ready to go.
I love that.
Excellent stuff. Thank you very much, McPhee's Delight. We really appreciate it. All right, so we're going to roam around some more. Where are we going to next? There's so many booths, and they're all setting up right now. Yep, all right, let's go.
There's
As we
just so
walk
much
along.
to choose from out here.
We haven't even hit that eastern side yet. So imagine,
so many down there.
imagine
And
all
also,
of
I
that.
was learning more about the livestock that they're going to be showcasing.
And hey, it's a cosmetology booth. C.I. Gibson. Good morning. How you doing? Tell us your
C.I.
name.
Gibson
My name
Rattlers.
is Charmaine Ferguson. I'm representing the great C.I. Gibson, where it's the place to be. Here at C.I. Gibson, in the cosmetology lab, is where we make natural products, hair care, and skin.
Oh, you make these?
The kids make all natural products. Okay, right here we have sugar scrubs, we have oatmeal scrubs. And all of these are preserved with oils and spices. Okay, this right here, we have hair treatment. We have facial treatment for guys who have problems with razor bumps. Yeah, this here is cucumber astringent, and it's used for male and female. Okay,
I've
it
never
helps with
heard
the-
about that.
Yeah.
Cucumber astringent?
Oh, yeah. It helps with the fine lines.
Oh, really?
It helps with the razor bumps. It helps closing the pores.
Okay.
And it takes all the dry. You know the dry. You know how you get
I was
older.
going to say, because cucumber actually has that hydrating property.
Yes. And it helps with the fine lines. You know, as we get older, it helps us with our collagen and all that.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yes, fine lines. And this here is turmeric hair treatment. It's the leave-in treatment. And what it does, it helps with the scalp problem. You know, when you have scalp problem like dandruff, and some people have rosacea, even around the edges of the hair, it helps with that. Okay, the kids did the research and they found out what turmeric is all about for beauty.
So right there, I'm thinking the whole time, I mean, this obviously research is involved. So tell us about that. The students, they're doing any independent? How does it work exactly, the process? Tell us about that.
Okay, what we do is we get a product, for instance, ginger and turmeric. The kids do the research and find out what all is the benefit of that. And as they research it, they find out if it's good for the skin, because we take it inside, so we know what's going to happen outside. So as they research that, they're going to find out the benefits of the outside work. And so we come together, we mix some stuff together, and we make sure put it on the kids' face to see if it's going to work.
Oh, what? The experiment on the children?
See if it's going to work.
Well, they volunteer, I guess, so it's fine.
And after doing our research and our studies, we come up with these products right here that really works. Okay, this right here, this the turmeric, that's the leave-in treatment. That really works because it helps with even rosacea. I'm sure you have your rosacea. Yeah, I had a student had a prom drive just like you. She had a rosacea problem.
Oh, pointing at Deandra.
But the treatment comes down a little bit, and what happened is it touched the past, but she had a rosacea problem. She said, Miss Ferguson, the problem that I had, I don't see that no more. I said, okay, we got to put something else on that then. So it works. Okay, it works.
That is amazing. So how many students are in the? Yeah, how many students are in the program?
In the program, we have about 87 in all. We have Barbara too. So the Barbara guys use this astringents right here. Yeah, and then we have oil treatment, all the oils here is coconut oil, the base, and the kids can actually make their own coconut oil. Okay, and we have oregano oil, we have hair growth oil, all these are hair growth oil. We have the different type of oil, castor oil and all that. We have all that for the kids. Okay, then we have cinnamon treatment, leave-in treatment, the cinnamon guava. Everything that's in it is on here. Okay, and it really works for the hair.
So they're making this as well. So tell us about that process. How are they doing this? Where are they doing it? How are they extracting it? How does that happen?
All right, but the leaves, we clean the leaves, then we beat the leaves, beat them, and then we boil them together, and then we strain it, and then we after strain it, then we bottle it. And then we package it. Because I have to show them how to package and everything. You have to spray alcohol and do all that stuff to keep the bacteria down, keep it away. So that's what they does, all right? And with the oil too, with the oil, the leaves and the oregano and the rosemary, they have to beat it first to get the stuff out of it first. They don't boil it because heat kills all the stuff we really need. So they just incorporate it with the oil, the warm oil, and leave it overnight. Not overnight, leave it for a couple of days. And then they go back and they strain and bottle.
Okay, so that's days. It's a lengthy process. So are the students coming out here today? They're going to be...
Be coming out. Yes, they coming out. Yeah.
And then it's a whole year? You stay with it with the whole 3 years there?
Yes. Okay. With my I have grade 10, 11, and 12. When they reach in grade 11, that's when they start really making the products. Okay, but my grade 10, I said, I'm going to do something different. I had some of them make the lip balm, the shea and cocoa butter, and honey.
I'm sure
and helps with the lip.
Yes, and I'm sure that they enjoy that experience being in the 10th grade, knowing that it's a buildable program and that in the next years you're going to teach them how to create so much more.
Yes. Yeah, every year is a different step because they want to have their own business. I'm teaching them how to feed themselves. Because the beauty industry, every day actually something new come out. How you know what's on that label is in that product for true? So right here we have natural product. You know what's in your product and you see it working. So we can have stuff right in the Bahamas that is made in the Bahamas that you know just what is in the product and you don't got to pay so much money for.
So many questions. How many students have gone on after high school to get into this industry?
A whole lot. I even have a young guy. he have this little business and all. But I also help kids to show them how to make jewelry. He does jewelry. He make jewelry. Okay, he make like the seed of the seed, like whatever seed we have, like those different seeds. He make those kind of jewelry. Okay, but I have a lot of students that is doing this, have their little business.
All right, so besides today and tomorrow at the Agri Expo, how can people purchase these products?
Like I said, right at C.I. Gibson. I'm right at C.I. Gibson. You need something, you come right at C.I. Gibson. Ask Miss Ferguson in cosmetology. Okay, and if you're interested in making beauty products, I'm right there at C.I. Gibson. So you can come and I will teach you how to make these beauty products and package them.
That is amazing. That is
Didn't
amazing.
you see? She's telling us hairstylists bring out the beauty in you.
Oh, on her apron.
Yes.
Yeah.
She
Oh,
knows
yeah.
how we can do that.
Wow, she's got Mrs. Ferguson right there on it.
Yes.
This is very cool. Do you know of any other schools doing this? Anything similar to this?
Actually, I started this 18 years ago.
Wow.
And I've been facilitating with other schools to do it. But I haven't seen any other school do it yet. One time, I remember, though, Doris used to do it. Yeah, Doris did it. Not Doris. CV, that's CV, C.I. Walker. C.I. Walker, yeah,
okay.
C.I. Walker.
But C.I. Gibson is definitely taking it to another level. Ms. Ferguson, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. This is great, folks. You got to come down here to the booth here and take advantage of this, the cosmetology booth from C.I. Gibson. Thank you so much. All right.
Dwight, I believe we spied the minister.
Yes, we're going to get him in a little bit before we wrap up. Let's see if we can get to another booth. I do want to see. Did they move? Let's see. Let's see who's happening over here.
You want to
and
see
then we'll
those
get on the
huge
east side.
fruits coming in.
And then we have to get to the coffee booth, right? We got to get to that coffee booth. These are
they're
some
not open
students.
yet. I've been plotting. I've literally been counting down.
Let's see if the students will talk to us. Which school is this here? Let's get on that other side there, folks. We're walking around live radio as we make our way around the Agri Expo, the Agribusiness Expo. This is Anatole Rogers High School, and they've got some students here with us as well. That's good morning. Good morning. How you doing? Give us your name.
Aisha Bess, Anatole.
All right. And so which program is this?
Agricultural Science.
So tell us about it. How many students are in this program?
Okay, in the grade 10, I have like 18. Grade 11, about 16. The grade 12, I have 23.
Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. So you got a whole lot of things here. Tell us about what we have here. I mean, let's meet some of your students as well. Here, give us your name. What's your name?
My name is Jacob Philistine.
Okay. And what's your name?
Mark Love.
All right, so tell us about the products here. And what grade are you in, first of all?
I'm grade 11. 11 as well.
Okay. So what are some of these things here?
We have some pepper sauce, some seasonings. We get some of our seedlings over there. We have a green sweet pepper. We get thyme. We get basil. We get grass, fever grass. We get what call it again? Spanish thyme and fruit trees.
Okay, so how many of these things did you grow?
We grow all of them organically made from Anatole Rogers. First of all, we had to get the seedling. So we get from this part, we got the seed from it, and then we proceed to grow it. No chemicals, none.
How many hours in a week are you dedicating to this? How often are you out there working hard?
We have in class. Like, sometimes we have 3 times a day, twice a day.
3 times a day?
It's
a lot of work. It's a lot of work. But you're smiling? You love it?
Yes, sir.
Yep. Is this something you're thinking about after school getting into?
Probably. Yeah, probably have our own garden in the backyard. Yeah.
So what's your favorite thing out here?
Favorite thing? Let's see.
You eat these things, right?
Yeah. Because people use pepper in mostly everything they eat. So you see the pepper.
Y'all have a lot of pepper here. People can't find pepper these days on this island. So this is got to come down to Anatole Rogers and get your pepper that you can't find in the stores.
And that time looking real healthy. That sweet potato? Oh, man. goodness.
Wow.
So how does it feel knowing that you all are growing these things and harvesting them yourself?
Pretty good, pretty good. Let's make sure like we have our own stuff. We ain't got to depend on the store. Like the store don't have it, we have it. So
Yeah, man. Feels good because like when you do it, it's a little struggle, but then you see your progress and you feel good about it.
You take stuff home, or what does the family say when you come home with this bounty?
they just ask us where we grew them. We tell them in school.
Yeah, we go to the school. Yeah, man.
They believe you?
Yeah, man. We have photos to see.
Ah, yes, of course, of course. All right, so tell us about the canned stuff and what's in the jars here.
Here are some original salt sauce. That's like from the gold peppers we use. And these are the green ones in the back there. And these are some green seasonings that we use. Onions and vegetables and other stuff, like sweet pepper and stuff.
Describe it to us. What does it taste like?
I ain't really tasted it, no.
What about you? You never had it before?
I really tasted it.
But you know it's good.
Yeah, it's good. We got the curry sauce right there, too.
Which one of these have you tried? Which one do you like?
The curry seasoning.
I thought you could hear that from his voice, Dwight.
All right, so what's any secret ingredients, or you can't tell us what goes in? No. Okay, you mean no. Okay, all right. So these are all going to be on sale. What are the prices we're looking at here?
The small green seasoning are $10, and the big jars right here are $20.
Okay.
And small ones, this one are $6, and these are $8.
So we're looking about 5 to 20.
From 5 to 20. This is good stuff. How many of the students are going to be out here today? Do you know?
Yeah.
A good number.
More students.
So we'll get to meet.
Yeah, we get to meet more.
Okay, we'll get to meet the people who did this wonderful work. We're very proud of all of you. Thank you very, very much. Very encouraging, very inspiring. Keep up the great work, and we do hope you get into this industry. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, so let's take a break, and when we come back, we're going to talk with the Minister of Agriculture and Marine Resources. It's getting loud out here, folks. It's getting busy out here. All the goods are coming in. People are bringing unbelievable-looking produce. We have a lot more to talk about when we get back. This is Morning Blend Business, a special edition of the show live from the Agri-Business Expo, the Agri-Expo, here at the Gladstone Road Farmers Market. Stay with us.
You've heard of electric cars. Now it's time you drive one. Easy Car Sales welcomes you to experience the power and prestige of the latest electric vehicles. Plug in at home for a 65% discount off your gas bill and never get stuck at the pump again. Build your dreams of a better future with a better car, the BYD EV. Visit easy242.com to book your free test drive today. Save your money while driving in style, only at Easy Car Sales.
Attention ice cream lovers! Are you ready to elevate your springtime indulgence and taste of luxury with Haagen-Dazs? For a limited time only, treat yourself to the quality of Haagen-Dazs ice cream for just $8.99 per pint. Yes, you heard that right. Indulge in the finest flavors without breaking the bank. This exclusive offer is available at all Lickety Split and Super Value locations. Experience the premium quality of Haagen-Dazs at an unbeatable price. Spring has never tasted this good.
All those loans I had were so overwhelming. Fidelity's debt consolidation loan combined all my loan payments into one easy payment with a built-in savings plan that pays me unbeatable interest. It's time to make that move to Fidelity. Call 356-7764.
Fidelity, we're good for you.
In 2023, over 9 million visitors came to the Bahamas. This year, we plan on shattering that record. That's why tourism is everyone's business.
Paradise is not only found in Nassau, but throughout our 16-island destination.
No matter who you are or what you do, we all have a part to play in our tourism industry.
This is our country.
These are our islands.
This is our home.
That's why tourism is everyone's business.
The excitement, the fierce competition, the entertainment. On May 4th and 5th, our Bahamian athletes will compete with hundreds of the best from around the world to secure their spot in the Paris Olympics.
Gardner takes the title.
Come witness history as our athletes chase the sun from paradise to Paris at the 2024 World Athletic Relays. May 4th and 5th at the Thomas A. Robinson National Stadium. Get your tickets now at worldrelaysbahamas24.org or at the Andre Rogers Baseball Stadium box office.
Mommy, why can't dogs talk? Why do I have to go to school and you don't? Why do you sing in the morning when you're bad at it? Why don't you brush your teeth when you take me to school? Why doesn't it ever snow here? Why does Daddy take the bus to work? Why are trees so tall? Why don't you tell me where babies come from? Mommy, Mommy, Mommy!
We're like a kid that doesn't ask a million questions before noon. CG Atlantic Agents and Brokers. Good like that.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, Nassau, Bahamas.
What your mom gonna do when she find out about you, boy? People on the next side of the ocean, they gon' hear the commotion, and you gonna need surgical operation when she finished with you. When Johnny Ma gone in town, before she leaves, she say, yeah,
I went to a banquet in paradise. Everyone dressed elegant, the ballroom fixed up nice. The meal was served buffet style, you never seen such a spread. And people from many nations, they lined up to be fed.
Welcome back to Morning Blend here on Guardian Radio 96.9. Dwight Strong, Deandra Cartwright. We are coming to you live from the Agri Expo 2024 at the Gladstone Road Farmers Market. It is getting busy out here today.
Listen, I'm just saying, it looks like parking has already started to fill up, guys.
11 o'clock is when they officially open. All the vendors are setting up now, and we are seeing some wonderful stuff. We got to go back to so many booths to talk to some folks, but there's a lot going on. Many booths. We have seen, barely half of them. We haven't been on this side yet,
there are so
and they're
many.
calling us back over there.
Yes.
So there's a lot. We're going to be talking with the Minister of Agriculture and Marine Resources in just a moment. But you got your eye on a few things out here, right?
No, listen, I saw the refreshing bottles of sorrel that I want. I already smell that jerk, and it smells so good. I want to try some of those seasonings and that turmeric scrub. I think that's going to be very
that's
helpful.
some good stuff there. I'm impressed with,
Did you bring your shopping bag, Dwight?
I do. I
You
have.
did?
I have a couple of them.
Okay,
yeah,
great,
so
wonderful.
I think
So
we're
you're
gonna.
saying that a bag of produce is on you?
Hmm?
So you're gonna...
We'll talk off here. But but yeah.
No.
All right.
Like, look at it. Just bags of tomatoes, coconut, cabbage. Everything that you need that can be grown is out here. It's insane.
We got MC Leonardo Burrows with us. Remind folks about the schedule, what's going to be happening, here beginning at 11 o'clock.
So 11 o'clock, we kick off with the opening ceremonies where our minister will declare this expo open. Then we go into activities for the day. There are training sessions as it relates to persons who want to know and learn how to start a farm in their backyards. There are sessions for that. There are sessions to actually teach you what type of fertilizers to use and all of those things. And there's informational session as it relates to climate change and its effect on agriculture. So it's an expansive environment. Again, don't worry about food. Food is provided free of charge. There will also be culinary competitions for those who are interested. And chefs, they may tell you a secret. I don't know. You have to come on down and you might see. But it's going to be a fun and engaging event.
Definitely. And we see lots of students are coming in now. And we just spoke to a couple, and this is a great learning exercise. Definitely a lot to be learned here today. All right, so we've got Minister of Agriculture and Resources, Jomo Campbell. Good morning. Welcome to Morning Blend. Thank you for having us here.
Thank you guys for being here. Pleasant good morning to you as well.
All right, so we're getting some text messages. People are saying it is amazing to find out how many things can grow in the Bahamas. Cannot believe it. And there are tons of misconceptions about that. Let's talk about that and what we're doing to get the message out that we could grow. People telling me you could grow apples. We've seen the strawberries, all kinds of things we can produce right here.
Well, I firmly believe that God lives in the Bahamas. All you have to do is see the picture that was taken from space when the astronauts went up, and you can see that the Bahamas stands out from every other country on Earth. And, you know, what we want to do is we want to make sure that Bahamians appreciate what it is we have here at home. And I firmly agree with you. We've known now for quite some time what we can produce here. You know, the Bahamas has a rich history in agriculture, and that's why our theme, Agriculture is Bahamian Culture, is so fitting. And what we want to do now is we want to marry modern technology with our traditional farming practices. You know, both P.S. Campbell and U.S. Williams have history in farming and agriculture. And so, you know, we have a diverse team, a unique team, a passionate team that is determined to prove to the Bahamas that we can sustain ourselves when it comes to food. We can achieve food sufficiency and food sovereignty. What has happened in the past, and, you know, we all know that experience we went through with the pandemic, even Dorian. And we don't ever want to find ourselves again in a position where another country is dictating what we eat, how we eat, and more importantly, when we eat. And so that's what this is all about, to raise awareness. And so we invite each and all to come down and participate with us and come experience this fantastic event.
That's a good one.
I like that.
Yeah, that's very good. Okay, you said a big word there, technology. There are a lot of people who are thinking farming is still back-breaking, middle of the day sweating work, but technology really has changed a lot of things. Let's talk about that and what you are hoping to see in the future with technology.
Well, you know, as time goes on, everything advances, every industry. So what we want to do is highlight the technological advances in the agriculture and fishing industry. Just recently, we were donated 4 high-tech drones from FAO. And we have Dr. Kimberly Baldwin, who is going to be conducting some training sessions so we can train our local technicians to become drone engineers.
Drones in farming?
Drones in farming. Right now we have drones that fly over, that actually take pictures of the landscape, the topography, that can tell farmers how much water the soil needs, how much nutrients, and more importantly, the Bahamas is an archipelago. We're not one solid landmass. So to have the ability to be able to scan and scope over all the many of the family islands, because this is not a Nassau-centric event. This is a collective Commonwealth event. And so with the use of these drones, we're going to be able to scan each island, see the soil makeup, see what is lacking, what is needed, what can be grown here, what can be grown there. And we want to show people, especially the younger people, that yes, whilst there is some, you know, some good old sweat and muscle that's going to be required, agriculture now has many different arms. Sometimes you can be involved without even breaking a sweat. So there's options, and we want them to know that this is a viable option. This is a viable source of livelihood. And, you know, it's something to consider upon graduating. As you can see, I saw you spoke in the Anatole Rogers just now.
Very impressive.
You see the smiles on their faces, and these students get their hands in the ground. You know, from dust we are and to dust we shall return. And anytime you involve yourself with anything to do with nature and you get your hands involved with the soil, it's a connection that takes place. And to see the smiles on their faces, the passion when they know that they've planted the seed and they're now picking the tomatoes, they're picking the strawberries, they're picking the gold peppers. And not only that, we're taking it a step further. We're now picking and producing the jams, the sauces.
Bottling and canning and doing everything.
There you go. When I was growing up, there were always bottled tomatoes in our fridge. You could find them every time, every day. And so we have to get back to that. You know, it's not a case of advancing from a technological standpoint and leaving the past behind. We have to bring our traditional methods and habits with us because that's what got us to where we are today. And we just find the right marriage for them.
And hey, and sweating, I'm sweating doing broadcasting, so no, there's no reason to be afraid of a little bit of sweat, right? All right, so, you know, P.S. Campbell kind of hinted that you might be making a major announcement today. Can you give us a little preview of what that might be?
Well, we have several major announcements, but I know that we're also expecting the Prime Minister And I don't want to, I think, he may wish to break that breaking
share
news.
that information
to
with
share
us.
that information. But what I can say to you right now is in the advancement towards reducing our food import bill, I don't know if you're aware, but I just recently had a conversation a few seconds ago with Mr. Rupert Roberts from the Super Value chain, and Mr. Roberts has committed to purchase all of the eggs we have out here today. All of the eggs. And the eggs that
That is amazing.
amazing. And so the eggs that he is purchasing from Barmsey will be sold for $1 less than the American eggs. And I can guarantee you, Bahamas, the eggs that we are selling to Super Value, the chickens were raised here, they were fed here, all of the eggs were collected and gathered and packaged right here. So you know what you're buying. It's no guessing, no second guessing. You are buying 100% Bahamian, and you're buying it cheaper than you would pay for the American eggs. So
excellent.
we want to say hats off to him, and we want to also encourage the other farmers in the industry to come on out, come down to the ministry, come and reach out to our cooperatives department, because we are an arms open ministry, and we want to encourage everyone under the sound of my voice throughout the entire Commonwealth to come on and get involved in what it is the ministry is doing. Because just as the door is open for Barmsey, we want to open it for each and everyone involved in the farming and fishing industry.
Speaking of eggs, it's amazing. Every week there is at least one text about the Golden Yolk program, people wanting information. What can you tell us about that right now?
Well, what I can tell you is that the final signature on the final document that was needed to bring the Golden Yolk into fruition was signed yesterday by P.S. Neil Campbell. And so when I say in the very near future, I mean the very near future, the Golden Yolk program will take off on its second leg, and we're going for gold.
You heard it first here on the Morning Blend.
Excellent. That's right. We're going for gold. You know, this was a massive undertaking. And, as Bahamians, we're eager to see these things. Once an announcement is made, we're eager to see things almost right away. But this isn't a microwave product. This is something that has to be slow and steady and sure, because when we present it to the Bahamian people, they are some of the most
tough critics. Very tough.
There you go. And, that constructive criticism, it's there. And so we want to make sure that the product is right, the documentation is right, all of the legality is right. So there's no issue. And we feel that we have accomplished that, and so we're smooth sailing from here. Yeah.
All right, so what are you most looking forward to out here today and tomorrow? Which booth has caught your eye, or can you say which one you're leaning toward?
Well, I can tell you every time I think I have a favorite, I walk and then something else comes up. You see the pepper jam over there from Miss Cartwright. Then you see all of the different sauces. You see what's being done with watermelon. We look right in the front of us, these coconuts, fresh picked. Everything here is freshly picked. And look at those purple cabbages, the melons, tomatoes, everything. So, there's so much for the eye to behold and for the mouth. It's just a mouth-watering event out here today. So I don't want to say that there's one favorite in particular. I enjoy them all. And to see the passion that goes into all of these products, into everything being done, the handicraft work, the artisans, it just goes to show that the Bahamian spirit is an indomitable one. And our passion will take us through whatever adversity or challenge we face. And so that's the take home for me out here today.
Now, Minister, I know that you're playing the diplomatic game here, and you love all of the stalls out here, but there's going to be a culinary competition between the islands, and I'm trying to find out which island do you think is going to have the best? I think it's
You know what his
pizza
answer is going to be.
Do I?
Well,
Let's see if he's going to say the right thing.
Well, I'll tell you. The Bible say, honor your mother and father in all thy ways, and your days
There
shall
you
be
go.
longer. Well, my dad is from Cat Island, and my mom
was going to say that.
And my mom is from Abaco.
Okay.
And I'm bearing in mind that the PM is on the way and probably listening in to us right now. I'm going to say that I'm going with them all.
You're going.
That's the right answer.
Yeah, there you go,
That's the
there
right
you go.
answer. Jomo Campbell, thank you so much, Minister. Appreciate it. Glad having you for the first time on. Hopefully we'll talk again very soon.
Definitely. And if I could just take 1 second to say a heartfelt thank you to each and every person out here that made this event a success today. We have BAMSI, we have BAIC, we have the ministry, we have the Department of Agriculture, we have BAFSA, we have all of the different industries and agencies underneath our ministry. We have schools, and we have public Bahamas, we have private vendors. So I just want to say a heartfelt thank you to each and every one of them, because it's teamwork that makes the dream work.
Thank you again, Minister. Thank you very much. All right, appreciate it. All right, we got to take a really quick break. We got to get to some of these vendors. We only have about 5 minutes left in the show. How are we going to do all this? But this is Morning Blend coming to you live from the Agri Expo 2024. We'll be right back here on Guardian Radio 96.9.
I went to a banquet in paradise. Everyone dressed elegant, the ballroom fits up nice.
The excitement, the fierce competition, the entertainment. On May 4th and 5th, our Bahamian athletes will compete with hundreds of the best from around the world to secure their spot in the Paris Olympics.
Gardner takes the title.
Come witness history as our athletes chase the sun from paradise to Paris at the 2024 World Athletic Relays. May 4th and 5th at the Thomas A. Robinson National Stadium. Get your tickets now at worldrelaysbahamas24.org or at the Andre Rogers Baseball Stadium box office.
Maybe it's time to explore your options. There's no harm in reviewing your mortgage arrangement and considering a better deal. CIBC Caribbean can help you narrow your search and decide. Switch your mortgage to CIBC Caribbean and enjoy a special interest rate and help towards your switching cost. Visit CIBCFCIB.com/inspired home for more information. Conditions apply.
Doctors Hospital has reimagined primary care. We have invested to improve our health system, ensuring that accessible, affordable, world-class clinical care is closer to you. We understand that your relationship with a primary care provider shapes the foundation of your overall health. Our new modern primary care facilities are where critical diagnoses and true personalized treatment begins. With locations across New Providence, Grand Bahama, and Exuma, we invite you to experience the Doctors Hospital difference. Book your next appointment at clinics.doctorshosp.com. Doctors Hospital has reimagined primary care. We have invested to improve our health system, ensuring that accessible, affordable, world-class clinical care is closer to you. We understand that your relationship with a primary care provider shapes the foundation of your overall health. Our new modern primary care facilities are where critical diagnoses and true personalized treatment begins. With locations across New Providence, Grand Bahama, and Exuma, we invite you to experience the Doctors Hospital difference. Book your next appointment at clinics.doctorshosp.com.
I went to a banquet in paradise. Everyone
Tomorrow.
elegant, the ballroom fits up nice.
Part of the show, we've only been on one side. Right, the Morning Blend Saturday edition.
I think we've only seen like 1/8 of the booths that are out
We
here.
have really messed up here. We've only been on this side. There's that whole eastern side we
Oh
haven't
my
touched.
goodness. You know what?
And the show's almost finished.
No, but the thing about it is we have such a loyal listening audience that they're going to let
They're
us
gonna-
know. They're going to come down
Yes,
here.
they have to
and they're
come out
gonna
here
let us
and
know
tell us about the
how
other
this
side.
goes.
And we hope those folks over there know we really want to get to you. We're going to try to get to you in the final few minutes here, but we have to talk to this very special booth here. This is the Program Sure booth. Let's talk. Good morning, gentlemen. How you doing? Tell us. We want to meet everybody. Tell us your name.
Okay, my name is Mr. Isaac. I teach agriculture at Program Shore School.
Wonderful. And your name, sir?
Keith Borrell, and I'm a Program Show.
Wonderful. Could you tell us just very quickly, what is Program Sure?
Program Show is young men that coming into troubles and stuff like that. So the school takes care of them, feed them, and try to discipline the nonsense out of them so that when they get to that point, they could go back into the regular school. That's what it's all about.
And part of this program obviously is agriculture, so they're learning how to grow things as well? Okay.
Tell us how that works. How long, when do you get into the program? How many people are in the agriculture part of the program? And what it looks like? Give us an outline for it.
The agriculture part of it, we grow all of this stuff grow right in our office. So, and there's some of the fellas that helping us to put them together.
Okay, sir, what is your name and what is your favorite crop to grow?
Good day. My name is Kulamiko Johnson, and my favorite crop to grow is papayas.
Wonderful. And my dear,
My name is Mario Raman, and I don't really like to go
plants. I like to deal with the animals, so I'm an animal guy.
Okay.
What's your favorite to deal with?
The chickens.
The chickens. So deal with the chickens, their eggs, or both? Everything.
Both. Food, feed them, change their water. So they get the food and the water in there now. And we just take all the eggs out. I put my yarn under them, make sure all the eggs. Yeah.
Had you all ever done anything like this before? You had that? Yeah. Tell us about it.
It's the first time I ever had the
It's your first time. Yeah. So what did you done before?
I've done growing, feeding animals, all that, because I grew up in a family where, yeah.
So you're an expert. All right.
What are the benefits of growing papaya?
Papayas, you have the benefits are you can reduce inflammation, that helps with diabetes, can reduce the chance of having any heart diseases, and many others.
So tell us about some of the other things you have here, and that you grow.
Sweet pepper, we got peas, we got papaya, Spanish, we got Spanish thyme, we got lettuce over there, we got tomato.
We get bok choy, we get coconuts, we get onions, cauliflower, the whole package.
You got some of everything. Dwight, they had the chickens here. The chickens are
They
here.
have the chickens. We're going to get to the chickens in a bit.
There are onions too, but
These are yours. Yeah. Okay. Tell us about this. Tell folks this is radio. Describe this to us. What we're seeing.
Okay. We have laptop. We have like laptop, like stand-up like cases to wear. Like say you would be in your bed and you would want something for your laptop laying on. We have those. We have boats going up. The prices as low as $50. We have these like cross ornaments the way you could like hang in your car or have on your neck for like $5. We got bird cages going up for $20. We get phone stands for $5, $10, and that's all.
And you all make these.
That's all. We make these by ourselves, handmade.
Handmade, everything, yeah, locally. Handmade.
How long does it take to do this?
A day.
A day, 2 at
period.
most.
All right, that is impressive. Okay, so tell us about your chickens here. They have names?
No, sir. We have like 34 chickens, so it's really
It's
hard.
too many to name.
So,
Right. But you can tell them apart?
If I get...
You can tell them apart? You know who's who from...
only one, because we have a blind one, so that's the only one.
Oh, wow.
oh my goodness,
Oh,
a
wow.
fried chicken.
Oh, boy. So what is it like dealing with the chickens and getting the eggs?
They ain't rough at all. They just would run, or they just stay there and just put your hand underneath and grab it out. They wouldn't do nothing.
Yeah.
They just get up or go way back down.
Yeah. So what would you say to students who aren't in an agriculture program, who like farm is not for me? What would you say to them?
I would say like you could get into it because it ain't about all the fashion and the trends, but just get into it and make sure you have a stable lifestyle for yourself, because this could get you there.
For me, I would say, if I be tired through the day and when I come school, I could go through all my other classes, but agriculture will bring up my spirit, so I'll work on that and get tired, like extra tired. Nah.
That's amazing. That is amazing. We're very proud of you. This is great stuff. Folks got to check out the program Sure booth when you come to the Agri
Positive
Expo.
stuff
Thank
coming
you
from Program
very
Sure.
much. Keep up the great work. Keep up the great work. Yeah, this is great stuff that they're doing there. And they're all enjoying it, and they're all enthusiastic about it, it seems. So keep up the great work again. Wonderful stuff that you all are doing. Thank you. All right, time is going. Leonardo Bros, do you think we can make it on the other side there? We haven't been on that side. We don't want them to feel neglected. We've got 2 minutes before we're going to wrap up the show.
We're going to become
or else
track
you're going to make us
stars.
have to be out here all day. I don't know if the other hosts will like that. Yeah, exactly. Right?
That's what we're
we're
doing
doing.
to the
Give me a
audience,
tease, folks.
teasing them
We're
about
walking.
Woodhall
We're
stuff.
walking on the other side now. We've got to go on the other side. We've got 2 minutes to go. Folks, you will need both days to come out here to see everything.
There
So
are
come
that
out here
many
Friday. You can do the east side, and then Saturday you can do the west side. How about that?
That's
or
what's
reverse.
happened. We've been
Right?
out here for about 4 hours.
We haven't even touched the East
We've
Coast.
only-
Look at this.
Dwight, we're going to need a longer version of wearing black.
Oh, boy, you're used to being on Saturdays. We can come back and do Saturday morning. You wanna do it?
back
Yeah,
tomorrow.
yeah, okay.
Farkland's
All right.
products.
All right, so who's going to talk to us here? In 1 minute. Are you ready? Yeah? Or what about this one over here? They're busy. They don't want to talk. But hey, Falkland Products. Check them out, folks. Seasonal Sunshine at SG Ranch. We got Sunset Organic Farm. Here's radio. Good morning. Tell us your name.
Whitlin Miller, and this is my son, Basil Miller.
Okay, tell us about what you all do and what you're offering here today.
Okay, basically we offer local produce and all that. We have onion, cherry, tomato, sweet pepper. Everything is organically grown. And then we do a lot of processing. We have a zucchini pudding.
Wow.
And there's a fresh baked coconut cake. So instead of that sweet coconut cake, we bake it and we made it with agave nectar. Then we have the meringue cacao energy ball.
Nice.
Then we have another meringue energy ball, but this one has a lemon tangy taste.
Oh, that's awesome.
We also do vegan sausages.
Oh, wow. Okay, that looks amazing. That looks amazing.
Black bean burgers. Tomorrow we'll have a lot more of our stuff, our vegan stuff. We'll have coconut all the way. We'll have cracked coconut, grilled coconut, coconut salad. You can sample it.
Which one is this
now?
now?
This is the meringue energy ball.
We need energy after this morning.
Yes, meringue energy ball. And dates, we use
that's good.
dates. We use basically dates, agave nectar, or maple syrup, because most of our people who buy from us, they are vegan. So we want healthy stuff.
Excellent.
Tomorrow, come on to Sunset Organic Farm.
We're running out of time. What is this? This is purple.
Purple cauliflower.
Purple cauliflower. How does it get purple?
They have different varieties. They have purple, white, yellow, orange, and they have green cauliflower.
How does that taste?
Tastes sweet.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, that's wonderful. I got to tell you, don't tell the other people, but this is the best smelling booth we've smelled all day.
Oh, wow.
That's amazing. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. All right, we gotta go, Leonardo. But we have so much more to see. So we're going to be out here for a lot longer, and you've got to come out here today and tomorrow. You will need both days, folks. You will need both days. Leonardo, thank you so much. Jacqueline Fox, the coordinator of the event, she was here. She's gone. She didn't talk to her today, but we've talked to her so much leading up to this. I know she's very busy, but she's done a wonderful job. Everybody at the Ministry of Agriculture and Marine Resources, thank you so much, Candia Jones. Smith, thank you. DeAndre, thank you for coming out here today.
Thank you, Dwight, for
Thank
coming
you
out
to
here today.
producer Wally and crew in the studio. Thank you to everybody listening. We have a great weekend out here at the Agri Expo, everybody. Dwight's trying to have a great day. Stay tuned for On the Clock with Aaron Green next.
Like his heel and Billy played with deal. Then along come a bohemian, a mountain on his plate. He act like he never eat before and he ain't to eat no more. He had 5 pieces of chicken, macaroni and cheese, roast beef, pork chop, rice and black-eyed peas. He had cucumber, crab salad too, potato salad and coleslaw, just to name a few.
This is Guardian Radio 90.